was Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because the exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good, family? How y'all feeling today on this Good Friday, man? I was tardy to my own party, y'all. It was a little late, man. I lost track of time like crazy. That rarely happens, but lost track of time a little bit, man. But y'all already know how we do over here. Shout out to the JBT family. Shout out to the boxing fam, man. We gonna build on this boxing. We gonna talk this a little bit, you know. Smash the like button for your boy. Sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Share the lives. You know, we gonna have a good little boxing build today, man. And y'all make sure, if you're rocking with your boy, make sure that your notifications are on, because it's a lot of work on the way. We gonna be grinding. It's a lot of work that we gonna be putting out. Trust and believe. We working. We're gonna be back to 100%, man. I've been working my way quietly back to this space, man. So we gonna get all the way back where we need to be, and then we gonna pass it. You know, that's what we on. We gonna pass it, man. I gotta talk to the fam about it, man, because I tell you, bro, this content take a lot of work, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The edits, the breakdowns. I just feel like every day I'm losing my voice. All I do is talk. But this is what we signed up for, man. We love it. So we're going to keep building on this sport of boxing. We're going to have fun with this build today like we always do. Where we at on the likes? I know we getting closer to 1 million. Banks, what it do, homie? The big homies in the building. J Hardcore Boxing News. What it do, my guy? Cal Cooler, blessings, family. Yo, Cal, man, you still ain't sent me the flick, man. You ain't got to, your face ain't got to be in it, but we need the flick for the community wall, man. Peep it. Ozell, what it do, homie? What's good with it, man? Samuel, my dog. What's good? Dante's Boxing Talk. The fam is in here. Bruce, guys. Shout out to the OG. New strain today. You know it. The mighty JBT family. Shout out to him. Just Boxing Talk. That's all. They say we just Boxing Talk, but we really a lot more than that. I ain't gonna lie. Boxing with 2-4. What it do, my guy? How you feeling, man? How y'all feeling today? Shout out to the Queen Lisa, man. We appreciate you. And it's a lot more work on the way, man. I'm getting back to me. We're gonna be getting uploads regularly. Y'all can look forward to it. So, like I said, do make sure your notifications are on. If they're not on, turn them off and turn them back on so y'all can get all the, the notifications for this work, because we working. Tim Layton, my guy, what it do, homie? Cornelius, what's good, family? How you feeling? This was a fast week, man. We made it through the week. Good boxing conversations, man. We just gonna keep growing and building, y'all. Y'all know how we do. I wanted to talk about Berlanga today, man, because he did an interview. Remember, Tank I think it was Tank that did the interview with the J Hill guy, right? I think it was Tank. So Edgar Berlanga went to the J Hill show and he did an interview. But what's dope about the interview is the interviewer. For a guy not to be 100% boxing, he was keeping it a buck with Edgar Berlanga. He was keeping it a buck, man. You want to talk about keeping it a stack, not capping, as the young kids say? Hey, man, that's got to be hands down one of his best interviews, just because how genuine he was with his questions, his responses to the answers to his questions, man. It was a good build. We're gonna play some of that. We're gonna play that, man. We're gonna react to it in real time, man. Y'all know how we do. So make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Pull up a plate, pull up a chair, get you a plate, man, for this good cook, this good build, and we gonna get to it, man. But we already know Edgar Berlanga, since losing to Canelo Alvarez, the way he views himself is, I don't think it's on par with reality, right? And there's no slight to him, bro. He went out there, he fought as good a fight as he could fight, I guess, right? I mean, he got dropped. He didn't win a round, but in his mind, he think he went to war. He think he had a war with Canelo. And this is why I say, but everybody thinks differently. Everybody processes situations and circumstances differently. Everybody break down and assess fights differently. In his mind, he had a 12-round war with Canelo Alvarez. That's what he think. That wasn't no war. The man said, look at his face. He had the nerve to say, look at his face after the fight. Bro, what? Look at his face. I don't remember nothing being wrong with Canelo, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't remember nothing being wrong. This dude tried to say, yo, Canelo always go out to party, after his fights. With me, he didn't party. Bro, knock it off, man. Like, you really got a strange way of thinking. Like, where he think he at and where he actually is just, it couldn't be more different. It couldn't be. It's like almost two separate worlds, bro. I promise you it is. But the interviewer wasn't letting him off the hook. He was saying some real stuff. So shout out to J Hill, man. This was a good build, man. We're gonna have to pull that up. So he said Captain was telling jokes in my day, dude. Right, that's me. What's good with it? Hearing a lot of comparing AB to Berlanga, and that shit's disrespectful to AB. Honestly, it's very disrespectful. That's me. It's very disrespectful. Ace, what it do, family? How you feeling? It's very disrespectful. That shit not even the same. Yo, no matter what people say about Adrian Broner, bro, he had a very successful career. The only thing you could say, like, how many people could you say is as accomplished as AB is, and you still feel like he underachieved, right? Like, you get me? He didn't really underachieve, but he just could have done so much more had it not been for like outside the ring things and that Maidana fight. Stuff like that. That's part of the reason why AB where he at, because he wasn't ducking shit. He was with all the smoke, even when it was against his best interests. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he carried him like a baby. The Butcher, what it do? Berlanga the type that we proud going. You stupid. Cal, you stupid, bro. Man, you're a fool. But yeah, so yeah, I'm all about giving people they just do. Nothing changes. I'm still me. But Berlanga, respect to him. He went in there with Canelo. He a young fighter. He went in there with arguably one of the biggest names in boxing today, actively, right? One of the absolute deepest resumes in all of boxing. Probably the deepest resume out of all active fighters. You get me? So it's a lot of, don't get me wrong, y'all. Like, I always try to put myself in the fighter's shoes and understand where he's coming from. So I was able to do that with Berlanga. So although where he think he is and how he thinks of himself is not something that I see, but I still was able to kind of try to hypothetically put myself in his shoes and see where he coming from. So the way I look at it is a lot of these boxers, they come from humble beginnings, right? And make no mistake about it, yo, to even be where he at, he put a lot of work in. That's what we kind of ignore because the hype just not lining up with what we seeing, right? Or the initial hype. But still in all, that dude put in a lot of work to get where he was at. You get what I'm saying? He started out really, really hot with the 16 first-round knockouts. But I always said it was a gift and a curse because the minute he stopped getting knockouts, then they started doubting him. They started questioning him, saying his knockout power wasn't real and it was this. And you get what I'm saying? Where his power go? It was crazy. You get me? So now we've had an opportunity to see him go the distance a number of times, and we got to see that he actually is working. So Berlanga has improved in spots. He really has, bro. He's not a trash fighter at all. I don't know. Listen, I get it. People probably don't like how he talk, but he ain't trash. We got to think about what we talking about. We saying trash. He's not a trash fighter by any stretch of the imagination. Now, is he as good as what he probably think he is? I don't think so, but shit, that's probably most fighters, most athletes that probably think they better than they are. And shit, to a degree, you gotta be super confident in the sport. Like I said, when people trying to take your damn head off, right? So I'm not really tripping on the way he feel, right? I'm not, but at the same token, we gonna make it make sense. Like this dude, 12 rounds with Canelo doesn't automatically award you the A side over every other potential opposition or opponent. Like that's not how that worked. That's not at all how it worked. Like the dudes in the interview talking about I'm A side over Caleb Plant and all these dudes, bro. What makes you think that? Like we're at like on what planet? No, the hell you are not. And then on top of this, y'all, he said he got way more money than Caleb Plant. He said he got way more money than what Caleb Plant got for fighting Canelo. Man, I gotta call Cap like the young kids. That's Cap. You didn't make no 10 milli. You didn't get no 10 milli. You a damn lie. Caleb Plant was a champion for one, so he was able to bargain that belt that Canelo Alvarez wanted up off him. But miss me with that shit. You didn't get no 10 milli. You were full of shit, dude. You got way more money. Who told you that? Who lied to you? And look, I'm not in y'all pockets, not in your bank account, but we know better. We know he didn't get that type of money. Caleb Plant was more accomplished. You get what I'm saying at the time? Higher caliber fighter. The problem is people can't separate the way they feel about Caleb Plant versus what he really is as a fighter. That dude can fucking scrap, man. I'm tired of people playing. Man, Caleb Plant could fight his ass off, dude. For real, for real. And I seen him throw hands without the gloves before in the street. I seen him do it. Man, that dude could fight, man. Y'all start acting like y'all like he's some poop hut or something, man. Ain't nobody walking through Caleb Plant. I don't give a damn. You could call him pillow fist, gas tank. I ain't trying to hear it. That man can scrap flat out, can fight, and he with the shit, and he get in there. Man, you doing all this talking, and you call this man out, you barking in his face, and you ain't even want to fight. They reached out to you for a fight, and you ain't want none. Then you go fight a guy that did like a 10-year bid. Man, yo, this guy is unbelievable. And I like him. I don't dislike him, but he bogus, y'all. He think crazy. Like the way he see himself is just not reality, man. It's not. It's really not. Plant had about you get me, you know what I'm saying, Tim? Ashley's corner, what it do, cuzzo? How you feeling? Don't work too hard because I know you've been working. Don't work too hard on him. 10 milli. You get me? Talking about he got paid way more. I'm like, bro, what? In what world? Where at? Like, and get me. I'm not, listen, I don't care about these dudes' money, but I don't like being lied to. I don't like fighters getting in these interviews and just saying anything. Like for you to know if you got way more than somebody, you would need to know what Caleb Plant got. And I'm pretty sure you don't, because y'all don't follow the sport like that. Caleb Plant demanded his bag and he got it. Oh, Canelo, you want this belt? Oh, I need about 10 of them. Yeah, because we know we about to sell, we about to put up some numbers in this fight. Yeah, I need about 10 of them. I need about 10 of them things. Banks, my dog, man, what's good with it? Diabolical, right? He said diabolical behavior for Berlanga. Even for him, Banks, even for him, bro. Berlanga pronouns are delusional. Kyle's a fool, yo. I ain't messing with y'all today, man. I ain't messing with you. But man, much love to everybody. Make sure y'all punching that like button for me. We gonna build. I'm about to pull it up. I just had to, set the table, warm it up a little bit, and we gonna get to this interview. And Benavidez did he did an interview too with a different content creator or a different platform, and it wasn't long. It was like 16 minutes, and he spoke about Bivol being next and Canelo being shook. So we're gonna talk about a couple things on this Good Friday, man. I think we done talked about all of the latest stuff that's going on in boxing this week, and we just gonna keep it building, man. It's always more. There's more, always more. Just like orange is the new black, lies is the new truth. Hey, man, you ain't never lied. Planch definitely showed me he learned from his big fight experience and was a damn dog against McCumbee. In my opinion, Caleb beats up Edgar. I think he outboxes him, Samuel. I really do. I think he outboxes him. And he crapped on him for that. He said he was getting beat up in his last fight by a bum. Like, this is the shit that I be talking about. Y'all run around here calling people bums because you don't know the fighter. I'm sick of that because they call you bum Lenga. They literally call this man bum Lenga. And I'm over here I go to bat for him and tell people he not a bum. He ain't trash because he not. He might not be as good as what you think they sold you he was, or as good as what he probably think he is. But that dude's a good fighter. He's still a talented fighter. He's not a bum. He can box, right? He still need to learn. He got some more learning to do, some more growing to do. And if moved the right way, he can do some damage. But he already in a weird situation, right? Because check this out. Yeah, you just had the biggest fight of your career and the biggest opportunity that you're going to get in your career ever. I don't think it's ever going to be a fight that he's going to get that's going to be bigger than the Canelo Alvarez opportunity. That's just my opinion, right? So you got your bag, but it's like, what now? You know what I'm saying? You're in a strange position because you just got dropped from back-to-back promotional companies, right? Top Rank had you. Boom, they dropped you. Matchroom picked you up. Boom, then they dropped you. Now you sitting up here talking about you your own boss, you dolly and this and that. You about to find out how hard that shit could be, especially when it comes to getting the fights you want, when you don't have no real representation. You don't got nobody put no bag behind you, right? I'm telling you, you're going to be in one of them situations complaining about fights. Watch what I tell you. That shit ain't going to be what he think it is. So he got to find a way to get his, like, I ain't going to say his stock in the garbage, but you got to raise your stock. And just losing to Canelo Alvarez, that's not it, dude. I'm sorry, newsflash. That's not it. That's not it at all. Is he going to fight Bivol? Still blocking the fight. He said Bivol was next. At least in the title, it said that. So I'm assuming this is what he was saying. I ain't even get to listen to it. I listened like 2 minutes. So they said he's saying Bivol is next. That's what he was saying. Figure it out. We gonna figure it out, but it needs to be next because that is the fight for both guys. Better be don't even sound like he wanted the third fight. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't pressing for that. He said he wanted to go home and pray or something like that and be with family. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even talking about like having to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Still had him 17. Yeah, now he got 17 because he got dude out in the first round, right? The last one. So yeah, he got 17. So that's always gonna be like a marketing point, right? For him, Butcher is always going to be he got this many. Because think about it. You got dude, the suspicious opponents dude. Pardon me, I keep forgetting his name. I think his name Jay something. But that guy, he made a post comparing Edgar Berlanga to Mike Tyson, talking about he broke some of Mike Tyson records and stuff like that. Yo, it's going to take more than 17 first round knockouts to be anything close to what Mike Tyson was. People just don't get it. Yeah, Mike Tyson wasn't regular, bro. Mike Tyson wasn't regular. I don't care what nobody say. He wasn't regular, bro. That just wasn't no run-of-the-mill guy. You don't just see Mike Tyson's, everywhere you go. You know what I mean? He was a one-on-one guy, for better or for worse. Oh man, let's get to this, man. Let's get to this, man. Built for us to look through. Nah, I feel you, the butcher. I feel you, my guy. I feel you. I'm gonna make sure y'all liking up for your boy, man. But let's get to this, y'all. This is interesting guy. Average G's, what it do, homie? How you feeling? No representative, no collateral damage leverage.
Building, what up, dog?
Sir, my boy was good.
Yo,
You get me? Like, who gonna go to bat for him when it's time, right? Like, oh, I ain't saying that he don't got nobody. I'm pretty sure he got a team, but it's different when you got that backing of a top rank of a match room. Like, it's different. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy that he found himself in between promotional companies after having the biggest fight of his career. It's amazing. It's crazy how that worked. You think it's supposed to really be up, but let's see how he plays his cards, because he already finds himself at being a free agent. But in his mind, he think this is great. Like, I'm my own boss. Okay, so it's time to get them fights, and you gotta work with these people that you don't want to call your boss, right? Possibly once in a lifetime talent. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Tim. He was special. Special. Reef, what it do, homie? Fat Joke and Edgar Berlanga. He had a close fight with Canelo. Somebody did, Reef. Well, watch. But shout out to Jay Hill, because this interview, he was on it. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying and why I wanted to talk about this today.
what's up, man? How you feeling, man? You just coming off a win? Like, what's up, dog? Like, you been getting in, bro. Like, for the people that don't know.
First round knockout against Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz on March 15?
I'm a first round knockout king.
You got like 17.
Yeah.
Right?
No, 18.
16. I got 8.
You did like 16 in a row.
I got 17 in a row.
Yeah.
17 first round knockout, 16 in a row.
Yeah.
It was 17 first round?
Yeah.
First round knockout.
16 in a row.
Sheesh.
Who you fighting to be knocking niggas out with first round?
Bro, I got somebody right now. I got my man Jeremy, right? He's doing a crazy
That's his name,
rundown
Jeremy.
on, because Mike Tyson got like 9 first round knockouts or 8 or some shit. And then he putting those guys' records with the first like 10 guys out for records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just give a little hint. Like, my guys' records is all winning records, you heard?
Okay.
Like, the guys, if you look at the guys I was knocking out, look at the guys I was knocking out, and look who they fought.
Mm-hmm.
They was going to distance with world champions. They was going to distance with top contenders. You know what I'm saying? These guys I was knocking out in the first round. Like, I knocked out Bellows. That niggas thought like he ain't knocking. He definitely ain't knocking. That was Floyd Mayweather's fighter that I knocked out. And he was signed with TMT. Niggas was like, he ain't knocking this dude out. Like, he from Vegas.
Yeah.
He be sparring with everybody. Like, nobody ever knocked him out first round.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. For what it's worth, Linnell Bellows was pretty tough. Was a rugged guy. Definitely wasn't getting cleaned up in the first round. So for what it's worth, he did get that guy out of there in the first round. He was part of the 16 first round knockout streak. So, but that shit is not enough. Like, when you think of Linnell Bellows, if you say that to the average person, they're gonna be like, who? Like, they're not gonna know. So, although a good feat for you, but it doesn't really speak volumes within the boxing world, right? That's not a flex. No disrespect at all. Like, knocking him out in the first round, still impressive because ain't nobody do it to him. But beating him overall is just not a flex. You get what I'm saying? You ask, like I said, the average person who that is, they're not gonna know. And even if they know, you ask them who he fought, what's his best win, they're definitely not gonna know that.
Mexican from Mexico fought 2 world champions, went the distance with them, knocked him out in the first round. Like, like,
What you think the holdup is then? I just go straight into it. Like, from niggas fighting.
Yeah.
You think it takes
right now, I can make all the fights happen. Remember, you gotta understand, right? With these promoters,
I agree with that 1,000,000%, Cuzzo. And I want to say this real quick. I'm gonna try to let it rock out. I'm gonna stop it periodically. I know how we do, but I just want to respond to this. I agree with you 1,000,000%. When we just appreciate what's in front of us, while highlighting how it was great back then, instead of trying to put the talent of today against the talent of yesteryear, you can never do it. It just don't make sense, right? They never compete. They wasn't in that era. They competing in this era, right? I hate when people do that too. So just let him do what he doing for this era. He's not going to be like, when people think of respect to Edgar Berlanga, when people think of him, Mike Tyson is never going to come to mind, even with those 17 first-round knockouts and having more first-round knockouts than Mike. That's still not going to come to people's mind because Mike was totally different. And I hate when people put guys in the conversations of like just special individuals before they're able to even prove it. I hate it, bro. I hate it. That's a fact, cuzzo. That is a fact. Mr. Empire, what do you do? Let's go. Let's keep going, y'all.
So people don't know, right? But you see the guy that Canelo's fighting right now for the IBF?
Yeah.
Me and him spoke, and he was telling me send him a contract, right? He know he could make money with me, so he was like, he wanted 1.5 million to fight me. But promoters that I was with, you know, with Eddie Hearns, he didn't want to pay that. You feel me? Cause like 1.5 million, then we gotta probably pay Edgar like 6-7 million. Like, yeah, we ain't doing that. And they didn't want to pay him 1.5 million. But I'm like, yo, bro, like, let's pay him that bread. Like, I take that IBF. We would have been fighting him right now in May, or he would have probably been fighting a light opponent, and would have probably did the rematch for undisputed. Cause he.
But Eddie, I already heard the clip. Eddie said he don't understand the business. He not about to pour a load of money into a guy on the last fight of the contract. It just makes no sense to do it. And it goes to show you how much they thought of you, because if they thought more of you, they would have kept you. Not saying they can't work with you, you know, in the future, but if you was a priority, you would have still been there. And you talking about pay somebody 1.5, a guy that don't deserve it. That's the thing. You think you bring more and generate more than you do, respectfully, and you just don't. So you gotta really pay attention. And that's why Eddie Hearn says you don't understand the business.
He's gonna want his belt back. So now we do that. We run that back. Bro, I had this shit planned out, bro. If I was Dolly, bro, like how I am now, we would have made that fight happen with PBC or something.
But I don't understand the feud with you and Eddie Hearn though. Like, he really.
No. I don't got no beef with him or nothing.
Listen to
like,
Jay Hill. He was on it, bro.
I don't got no problem with him. It's just I'm at the point now, like, I don't want nobody bossing me around no more. Like, you feel me? Like, you see what they did to me? Like, they call me the Caribe Royale. They try to dim my light crazy, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about with the last fight?
Real was good with it.
That was y'all put that in the contract. We had a contract for a comeback fight. If I get knocked out, like if I get knocked the fuck out by Canelo in 2 rounds, I got a comeback fight as a co-main event. You feel me? Okay.
But me and Canelo went to war for 12 rounds, bro. Like, nigga, I had everybody in that whole stadium going crazy, bro. Like, that was a win-win.
But for understanding, though,
he
said that.
In his mind, it was a win-win. And I get it to a degree. Like, you playing with house money. I'm in here with Canelo. I'm young. I'm undefeated at the time. I'm a knockout guy. A lot of people count me out. They don't expect me to win anyway. But in his mind, I went a 12-round war with Canelo and didn't get stopped. That's what he think. So in his mind, he just see the shit so much differently than the way we see it. So much different.
Playing devil's advocate. He said that he tried to get you a main card. It ain't work out.
Yeah, I was trying to do a main event fight since November to do a main event fight in Puerto Rico. People been dying for me to fight in Puerto Rico. The Choli sale is 18,000 people. We was gonna sell that out, bro. If we would have been planning this shit the right way, I would have sold that out like this. And in 2-3 days, that shit would have been sold out. But the contract, they kept trying to extend it. So they instead of me just, all right, cool, like we gonna do this last main event with you, and hopefully we could do business again.
It's a fact.
They wanted to add something in the contract where they wanted to extend it, like, oh, we'll give you this main event fight, we'll give you this money, but you gotta stay with us. You feel me? And I was like, nah, like I didn't want to do it. Like, I'm already big enough to make any fight happen. Like, I don't like.
See?
That's it, bro. Like my name is already cemented into the boxing world. You feel me? Like I'm lit right now. So, and I'm the A side on any fight that besides Canelo, because Canelo's the guy.
Listen
got all the belts. But besides that, Charlo, Munguia, Plant, Shiraz, any of those guys, I'm the A side. You know what I'm saying?
No, you not. No, you not, man. No, you not. They got big. The Plant definitely got bigger wins than you. What are you talking about? And he actually got, whether or not you might have finished the fight with Canelo, but he competed. It's a difference. And if I had to pick going 12 rounds, not winning a single round or getting knocked out and making it very competitive, I'm gonna choose the latter. Go ahead and get me my 10 M's. I'd have took that nap happily. You get what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, a real dog. Y'all do all this shit talking about Caleb Plant, but you ain't never seen him go in there and just be a damn fan. You ain't never seen Caleb Plant go in there and just lay down. You ain't never seen that shit. Not even with Canelo. He don't lay down. I ain't gonna say you laid down, but you participated. You cooperated. Caleb Plant wasn't cooperating with Canelo. He was making that shit difficult. Get what I'm saying? Like, it's shit different, bro. They be dissing that man, and he really could fight.
Because I'm bigger than all of those guys.
Because
No,
all of
you
them
not.
niggas essentially did the same thing you did.
Yeah, but it's different, bro.
When
My name is different.
Do you hear
bro.
the interviewer?
Like when Gear just got knocked out.
Heather
That
E.
was
Peace.
bad.
Plant, how you feel?
Plant
he got knocked out.
was
Not
getting
knocked
beat
out,
up.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Plant was getting beat up his last fight on the card there. He was getting beat up and then he went up to stop and he fought a bum. Charlo
he
Charlo's
didn't
nowhere
fight a
to be
bum.
found. Like niggas
2 years
be
since he
coming.
He fought the guy he fought was better than the guy you fought. At least Trevor McCumbee was actually active. You legit fought a guy that did a 10-year bid, and we all know how that go. You don't do that much time in jail and be the same fighter when you get out. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You don't do that much time and be the same guy. That's who you just fought. That shit ain't the same, man. And you had an opportunity to fight Plant because they reached out and you ain't want no smoke, but you studied dissing them in these interviews. Is why I don't get it. I don't get it. Caleb Plant, really nice. Jordan, what it do, homie? I can't wait to see Caleb Plant May 31st back in the ring, man. He the A side over all of them. How you figure that
If you
shit?
look at it right now, I'm the biggest thing popping right now. Like at 168, like right now after that Canelo fight, everybody was expecting me to come back to fight a big fight. You never heard this before. I was in line to fight for a world title right after. Like somebody take a L, you got to take like 2-3 steps back. Get your, you know what I'm saying? I was about to jump right into a world title. Like if it wasn't for Eddie blocking that, and if I was Dolly, we would have made that fight happen. I would have been an IBF world champ for sure.
But can you?
It's not Eddie didn't block shit. You just think you can make the moves. It goes to show you think your name big enough to just make the fights by yourself. So let's see how that work out for you from here on out. It's not that simple, bro. You got to work with these people. These people got the pull. They can make the fights. Now you sitting here without him talking about your name big enough to make all these fights, but Eddie Hearn blocked the fight. Why would he block you? If you worth it, why is he blocking you from eating or making or getting a good opportunity and making another bag? Why would he stop you from doing that? You got to think, bro. You're not thinking, man. Shout out to my homie D1 in the Cash App, man. He said, I'm going to spend my whole life cooking Berlanga. Shout out to D1.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
It's no bad songs. Like say, yeah, like hey Queen, like Eddie said, he don't understand the business. Respectfully, he just don't.
Can we honestly say that you would have made that fight? But I just don't. I think we've
Listen
been a
to
little
him.
unfair
Listen
with
to the
Eddie, only
interviewer,
because-
bro. He a real one, bro.
What happened? You know what I'm saying? I was about to jump right into a world title. Like if it wasn't for Eddie blocking that, and if I was Dolly, we would have made that fight happen. I would have been an IBF world champ for sure.
But can we honestly say that you would have made that fight? But I just don't. I think we've been a little unfair with Eddie, only because the nigga helped you get a bag, bro.
Listen to him.
He know what's up. He know what's up. I'm the one that we the ones that made that fight happen.
Look, he's
You know what
still
I'm
saying he made the fight
He
happen.
pushed for that. That's what I had in my contract was if he can't get.
God,
Listen,
yo.
the reason why he signed me with the zone was to make the Canelo fight because he thought he had Canelo in the bag. Canelo went and signed with he thought Canelo was signing with him again. He signed with PBC, so he lost him. So now it was like, but in my contract that we had with him was if he can't get the fight, we got the option. We could go out there and get the fight, me and my team. And that's
So you see it? You see right there. He basically you look how like confused he is. You think you're the guy and you're the focal point, but you're openly pretty much admitting to him signing you because he thought he was gonna get Canelo. He was gonna get Canelo back. That's letting you know who the priority was, bro. Canelo went and so did you shortly after, bro. Canelo went over the PBC route, and then shortly after, now you released. You should be thinking, bro. You saying it, but you're not thinking. You wasn't the priority. You was debate. Respectfully, you was debate. You wasn't the priority. You was debate. That's why you did a little, couple fights, 2-3 fights with you, and you was out of there. That's all. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man, he crazy, yo. He tripping.
what we did. You feel me? Like when he fought Mugia, I went out to Vegas to the fight. bro, I had the
Shout out
MGM
to Sis
lit,
Melanie
bro.
Queen. How
Like
you
they was
feel
like, you gotta
today?
fight Canelo next. You feel me? Like they was going crazy, bro. Bro, it was an entourage of people, of Mexicans, bro. And I got it on my Instagram. Y'all could put it up right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's on my gram. You feel me? Like going crazy, bro. I'm walking through the whole shit. Like if I fought, and I already knew. That's why I know. I said, oh, I'm fighting him in September for sure. I'm fighting him for sure.
Where did that? My bad,
He
go
think
ahead.
No, because you
this
said
man think he made the fight by himself. We pushed for that. But you with a promoter, they gotta sign off on it, dude. What are you talking about? This the shit I'm talking about. You telling me with the promoter, you forced the Canelo fight, but without the promoter, you're not gonna be able to get the fights you want, and you still think it's you the man. This shit is unbelievable, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like this, bro. This shit, they gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop, man. Like you a good fighter, but you gotta stop, man. Say it come down to 155 to fight Tank. Yeah, he said that silly shit.
you had what 6 weeks to plan for that fight.
Yeah, because you know what it is. You know what Canelo, he's doing the Mayweather tactic. That's what Mayweather did. Mayweather, remember, niggas will take a Canelo fight in 2 week notice because they know they about to make that bag. You feel me? But when you at that level, that's what they do, bro. That's what I'm saying. I learned so much being at that level. Like they'll drag out the whole fight, so you don't even know if you fighting a nigga. Like they started mentioning like Canelo's gonna fight Eubanks or Charlo, and it's leaning towards Charlo. So in my head, I'm like, damn, bro, we getting this fight or what? But little did I know, I would literally have to fight in the bag. But they was just playing those mind games where they're like, oh, he don't fight Charlo. Oh, he's gonna fight Eubank. Oh, he's gonna fight. And then there's the money shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we was pushing them up. We made way more bread than whatever Caleb made, Mugira, all them niggas. Like we made way more money than that. You know what I'm saying? Than what they made. So that was another thing too, like with the bread. So it was like they made. So that was we had to fight in the bag, but
listen to him.
They was just playing those mind games where they're like, oh, he don't fight Charlo. Oh, he's gonna fight Eubank. Oh, he's gonna fight. And then there's the money shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we was pushing them up. We made way more bread than whatever Caleb made, Mugira, all them niggas. Like we made way more money than that. You know what I'm saying? Than what
No,
they
you
made.
didn't.
So that was another thing too, like with the bread. So it was like it was a lot. But
This
at
shit
that
is
level,
unreal,
like
bro.
Floyd and Canelo, that's what they do.
This shit
They'll
is
drag you
unreal.
up. So they'll make you take a fight with me in 6 weeks.
So you said during that time you were at 50%.
This man say he made way more than what Caleb Plant made. Way more. Way more. That shit is crazy, yo. Like that's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work. Jose Diaz, what it do, homie? He said no to Morrell. He definitely ain't fighting him. Hell
You
no.
had like an injury. Was it your shoulder or your?
I had a tendonitis all over.
Okay.
I had in my
Yeah, Achilles.
And I got like I didn't want to make a I said law, I was 50 like nah, bro, it is what it is. But like I have my paperwork and shit.
Where is that? Show me, nigga.
I swear to God.
I want to
see it right now.
show it to the camera. You going to talk all that shit?
You really about to pull that shit up?
Like my only thing, right, before we get to Canelo fight,
Right.
my only thing is, because, I got a lot of my friends Brooklyn niggas. Like, right now, I just call, like, my niggas. Brooklyn niggas just be too fucking arrogant. So it's like, you want to call all these fucking shots, and nigga, like, yeah, you nice, you got 17 first round knockouts, but okay. That's my only thing. Like, yo, you really you cut ties with Eddie Hearn. I'm like, why you do that so early?
Listen
like,
to
that
dude.
don't make sense to me.
I'm a boss now, bro. I don't got but what?
You see dude cooking? He like, yo, y'all, you telling him, yo, you too arrogant. All right, you got 17 first round knockouts, but okay. He like, yo, you hear? Yo, this is the type of people you need around you. These are the type of people. It's a real one, man. I'm sorry. This was genuine. I rock with this. I rock with this. You know what I mean? Z, what's good with it? I rock with this, man. I do, yo. Yeah, he is, Samuel. He really is. Yeah, he is. Nasty work, bro. Bro, the Edgar Berlanga, yo, I'm telling you, yo, he was on him. Shout out to sis. Appreciate you, Melanie Queen. Manuel, what it do, homie? Told you, y'all thought I was playing. Y'all thought I was tripping. Thought it was just me. Yeah, listen to this shit, bro.
Your shoulder or your?
I had a tendonitis all over.
Okay.
I had in my
Yeah, Achilles.
And I got like I didn't want to make a I said law, I was 50 like nah, bro, it is what it is. But like I have my paperwork and shit.
Where is that? Show me, nigga.
I swear to God.
Look, he said, where is that?
Show it to the camera.
Show it to the camera.
Like all that shit.
You really about to pull that shit up?
Like my only thing, right, before we get to Canelo fight,
Right.
my only thing is, because I got a lot of my friends Brooklyn niggas. Like right now, I just call like my niggas. Brooklyn niggas just be too fucking arrogant. So it's like, you want to call all these fucking shots, and nigga, like, yeah, you nice, you got 17 first round knockouts, but okay, that's my only thing. Like, yo, you really trying to, you cut ties with Eddie Hearn. I'm like, why you do that so early? Like, that don't make sense.
Listen to him.
I'm a boss now, bro. I don't got.
Now I'm a boss.
Why I need?
Early.
But why do I need what I need for? I need a relationship with the TV networks, bro.
Now listen to him.
That's who run everything, bro.
Yeah,
The
facts,
TV
facts.
networks, bro. If y'all really look at it, promoters are middlemen, bro.
Yeah,
It's the TV network that they run to get the bag. Top Rank, that's what Top Rank was telling me. And now they love me, but
you know a nigga trying to get them relationships right.
but when I left, I bought myself out of Top Rank, 400,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I bought myself out of Top Rank to get this. They told me, Top Rank told me, you will never get Canelo fight. You will never. We're gonna put you to fight four fights. We're gonna put you main event for 125,000, 150,000. You crazy? You out of your mind? How much is it to buy myself out the contract? They was trying to charge me $1 million. We brought them down to 400,000. I paid 400,000.
But
2 fights later, I'm fighting Canelo. I'm a legend, bro.
No,
Now look, you ain't no damn legend, but that's good. Like if they told you that you ain't never getting a fight and you bought yourself out of your contract and ended up getting a fight, hey man, kudos to you. I definitely salute that. I do. I definitely salute that. Because you fixed it, you found a solution to your issue. That's a fight that you said you wanted. They told you straight up you wasn't getting it. You said, how much is it to get up out my contract? They said $1 million. Somehow you talked them down to $400K. And then boom, 2 fights later, you fighting Canelo. Okay. All right. But that's Eddie Hearn's doing too, bro. What is Eddie Hearn's doing? You can't skip all of that. These dudes love saying they bosses, but you're going to see just how difficult that is when you don't have that big backing, man, when it's time to make these fights. Watch. Now you had Eddie Hearn for this fight. Now you're in between promotional companies, right? You're a free agent. Let's see what your next fight is, because we seen that you just fought a dude off like a 10-year bid in prison. Literally. You get what I'm saying? I don't care what his record was. That man did a whole bid. That was supposed to be a soft touch. It was supposed to be exactly what it was. And you handle business, but let's see where it go for you from there. Is that like Jay Hill is telling you, why did you cut ties so early? Like it didn't make sense. That was early. You should have wanted to try to stay with him. And then his answer is, cause I'm a boss. All right. We're gonna see.
I'm different, bro. I went from fighting the Caribe Royale, 6,000 people, to jumping from that shit, middle school shit, to fucking college, nigga. Nobody does that, bro. Who's doing that? What fighter right now is fighting for the legend? I was just telling Richardson that today. He said, nah, you're so fast. I said, yo, bro, that's like you fighting right now, Floyd Mayweather. That's like Tank fighting right now, Manny Pacquiao, nigga, in his prime.
Yeah.
Munguia fought him too, though. Munguia fought him. Munguia not old. Munguia is on the younger side. Munguia fought him too. Is Munguia running around in interviews talking about how he a legend? Losing to Canelo Alvarez don't make you a legend. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I respect the fight. I respect you going out there trying. I respect you not getting knocked out, but you lost every round. Losing to Canelo don't make you a legend, and it don't just magically make you the A side over everybody else. That shit is not reality. If it was like that for you, if he was where he thought he was at, he wouldn't have any issues getting no fights from this point forward. 2 cents, what it do, homie? Ernest, what's good, bro? Man, he be tripping. That's all. And I like him. I just want to be clear. I don't dislike this dude, but he gotta be a little more realistic. That's all. Gotta be a little more realistic.
Crazy. Nobody did that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ryan was trying to do it. Doing an exhibition where
I mean, if anything, would be real, Canelo probably was the only one that did it because he got the fight with Floyd.
Who gives a damn about an exhibition?
What we talking about? Like, he was the one that got the fight with the big dog.
That jump from like middle school to college, essentially.
Yeah, that was probably one of the few.
Nah, not even that. Canelo's already fighting. Canelo's already mad big doing fucking he fought Mosley already. He fought all these Baldomir. He fought mad fucking main events. You feel me? At the highest level.
So my thing is, you think that because you went 12 rounds with Canelo, right? That you just.
I definitely think he's marketable, and I definitely think he's talented, and he's a good fighter. Berlanga is. I just don't think he has a good grasp on the business aspect of it yet. You get what I'm saying? I think he thinks he knows, but clearly the way he speaks Like whenever you think of yourself or you think you're more valuable than you are, you clearly just don't have a good grasp on the business side of things, or you wouldn't be speaking like this. Oh, automatically I'm A side. I got way more money than Plant. No, you didn't. You didn't get half of what Plant got. You didn't get half of what Plant got. Boxing over what it do, fan.
Like, it's niggas out there who got way bigger names than you that still can't really sell out no motherfucking stadiums.
What you mean? What you mean?
So you
feel like really selling tickets.
You gonna sell the tickets?
That's what I talk about. Like, take a lot of. It's only a couple niggas that's really selling out fucking stadiums. Niggas ain't really selling tickets like that. Like, think about it. Devin Haney.
Bro, I got everything. Look. You know the difference with me? I got the Latin community, and then I'm from New York, nigga. I got the Afro Americans with me, so I got both sides, bro. Then I got Chinese people. Then I got Russians, yo. Then I got Muslims. Yo, bro. Oh my God.
You got 10 friends. These motherfucking ethnicity don't mean. I'm talking about.
Bro, I got white people that will come to my fights wearing a flag. Like, they start like, Boricua. I'm Boricua. Like, what? Like, yeah, I'm trying. I gotta, that's like, I gotta, I'm just that nigga, man.
But I know you, but nah, you're not about to sit up and lie. Nah, hold up. Look. I know you see niggas, because I'm not the only one. Yeah. Like, if you look at the comments, niggas think you just too cocky.
Look.
Oh, but nobody know me. Do I look cocky to you?
Nah, we cool. We
gonna... Yeah, we good.
No,
yeah,
we good.
We good. Like, when I came out that truck, out that Maybach truck, did I come out like arrogant and shit?
Bro, nah. I fuck with niggas in New York. I'm from Baltimore, so
but I'm just.
It's different. I'm just saying for the sake of the interview.
No, how about you?
No, I mean, you ain't give me that vibe at all. But
regular shit, like.
I mean, you, yeah, come on. You came here with your little one.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but like, I don't. Yo, I like being hated. You heard? Like, I never had so much hate before. Yo, bro, Canelo fight I had when I was working with Chose's mom.
He was, Reef.
Yo, I had niggas saying like, I'm gonna fuck your wife. Your wife has a fat ass. Like, Mexicans telling me that, bro. I'm like, yo, this shit is, you know how that type of mental. You got
I heard you said they were talking stuff about your mom.
Popcorn waters, spraying water at me and shit. You know that type of mental you gotta have for that shit, bro. Then I'm on his side. I'm not in the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. With 100,000 Mexicans, bro. Nigga, I'm working with Fat Joe. I'm working with all these guys, and they don't give a fuck about none of us. Like,
I just want.
Yeah, yes, and that's pretty much the boxing world in a nutshell. Unless you really beating ass and beating the right guys, they don't give a damn about you. You can't just anoint yourself the man. You can't just make yourself lit. Losing to Canelo Alvarez just don't make you lit alone. That shit fizzled right out. They thought you was going on a damn celebration tour of a loss where you got dominated. It didn't even hit right. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hit right. It wasn't one of those fights where you fought so damn close and you like, yeah, man, you deserve to go celebrate and this and that. Nah, you was celebrating like you won. And I ain't knocking you, but damn, you was celebrating like you won, bro.
If I'm being real, like on some boxing shit, like just on some casuals, like, because I know y'all niggas is like real fans.
That's what it do.
This conversation been had for a minute, so I'm gonna let it be known. I'm a casual fan. As a casual fan, I want to see you knock out like some good niggas that we know as casual fans.
Yeah,
right? I want to see that before I see you start talking shit. It's like, yeah, you went 12 rounds with Canelo, but it wasn't like a crazy like you won.
Listen to him.
I wasn't looking at it like you won.
All right,
listen to him.
But if you look at that fight, they was glazing him, bro.
He keeping it a buck with him.
It was glazing Canelo, bro.
What you mean?
I hit that nigga with a 4-piece. They don't say nothing.
He
hit him. He hits me with a hook. Oh my God! He hits him with a hook. He's hurt. I'm not hurt.
Nah, Canelo hit shit that looked like he hit hard as shit though.
Yeah, he hit hard, but you know I was telling him in his face? You know I was telling him, no, you know I was telling him in the ring? Huh? I was telling him to suck a dick, nigga.
No, I saw it.
I was like, you hit like a bitch. Keep going. Yo, I was trying to, bro, I was so locked in. I didn't know we was in the 12th round because I was trying to get that nigga tired. And I kept I felt him getting tired. I'm like,
so what I'm saying is, right, so for example, right,
that hook he hit me with, though, I didn't even see that shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's look at two fights, right?
That shit was like, boom, I was like, I was on the floor, I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
I bet.
So you can't.
I got a chin though, yo.
Niggas wasn't glazing him like he really was hitting you with some shit. You just probably strong. You strong as shit.
You are strong as his
How about this?
Hey, yo, Jay Hill
Look at
is
his
not
face compared to
having
all
it,
them other niggas he fought. And when he fight in Vegas, he go to every time he go to his after party. He always go to his after party and resort. He ain't go to his after party.
That's the metric.
No, hold on. Because I ain't gonna let you come.
I went to the
I ain't
club.
about to let you get up on this shit. You gotta understand. The nigga is older now, bro. He older now.
Bro, he just finished fighting in Mugia. He was partying crazy after he beat up Mugia. Beat Mugia's ass, nigga partying with his fucking brand, his beer in his hand and
Look,
shit. The fight before that, he was partying. Now all of a sudden he fight Berlanga. He old now. Once that nigga knock out, you see? You see? You one of them. You probably one of them ones on that fake page that talk the man shit, yo. No cap.
Nah, hell no.
I ain't never gonna be in no.
I'm not gonna lie. We gonna have to play the bathroom, yo.
Bro, what you mean? We gonna spar?
So we playing the bathroom jail style, yo.
No, I mean it's spar. Fuck it. We can spar. Fuck it. You strong as shit. Now you like 200 pounds too. You walk around like 200.
Yeah, what's your walking around weight?
You ain't slick.
What's your walking around weight?
He ain't gonna tell you. Nigga big as shit. Came out here like, nigga, you
I can't get that
out of here, nigga. So let's go to the bathroom.
I think he overdo it too, though, boss. That's what the N word. I definitely think he overdo it, but I guess he feel like he grew up around. You know how they think in their mind. But I wish everybody would slow down on it. That's why you notice on this channel, I'll say ninjas. I try my best. You might hear a couple slip, but I do my best not to sit up and keep saying nigga this, nigga that, nigga this, nigga that. That's just ignorant. People got to show that they got more vocabulary.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Hey,
see,
no,
that's
I
all
ain't
they've
about to
been
be number
saying.
18. The fuck ain't you talking?
Niggas just like, yeah, nah, we're going to jail cell. Hell no.
We can spar. I give you 2 rounds in a spar.
Yeah.
I will. You got to pay me though. Fuck you talking about. I'm doing it for free. You getting fucked up for free.
Nigga, what? You know how to punch.
How much?
All right, so you got to pay me for this thing, yo.
Yeah, fuck you talking about. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. But no, back to what I said. But realistically, like, again, as a casual fan, I preface that because I want to be respectful to your sport and you. When I look at the Canelo fight again, think about when I seen, let's say, because I'm a big Tank fan, right? And you talking shit about him too. We'll get there. When I see Tank and Pitbull fight, right? They went the distance. I'm like, all right, I get it. Pitbull is good. Like it looked like it stood out. When I see him and Roach, it stood out. When I seen you and Canelo, it was like, yeah, like you went the distance, but like his last 10 fights, like 6 niggas went the distance.
Yeah, but it's different, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That fight, bro. Yo, you go to New York. If you looked at New York, bro, there was block parties of that shit, bro. You gotta understand, nobody fought Canelo like that since Triple G. You know what I'm saying?
What is he?
I wouldn't even say Floyd, because Floyd.
What is
beat
he
his
talking
ass.
about?
I say
Bivol, did you remember
like
Bivol
that,
actually
went
beat
toe-to-toe
him?
with like that. I say Triple G and like Bivol, but Bivol is way bigger than him. I'm saying Bivol's mine. Like Bivol's bigger than me.
Jaime
You know what I'm
Munguia
saying?
fought back more.
I feel like,
Man, this guy, yo, unreal. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. Let me get it back. This shit is unreal with this guy, bro. Don, what it do, homie? I told y'all thought I was playing. I like him though. I don't dislike him. He got an interesting view of where he at in boxing right now and where he fit at in on the chessboard. It's just not that simple, bro. You really gotta do more than go the distance. And dude is trying to tell him. He told him, when I seen Pitbull and Tank, that stood out. Like when I seen Lamont and Tank, that stood out. When I seen you and Canelo, I'm like, all right, yeah, you went the distance, but like he trying to tell him. He really trying to tell him. Like, bro, you a little too happy about this. Going the distance shouldn't be enough, bro. You happy about going the distance.
Man, how you feeling, man? You just coming off a win,
Crazy.
like.
Floyd beat his ass.
He did.
I say
Oh, my bad, Jack.
Like it stood out. When I seen him and Roach, it stood out. When I seen you and Canelo, it was like, yeah, like he went the distance, but like his last 10 fights, like 6 niggas went the distance.
yeah, but it's different, bro. That fight, bro. Yo, you go to New York. If you looked at New York, bro, there was block parties of that shit, bro. You gotta understand, nobody fought
Because it was
Canelo like that
Canelo in New York, bro.
since Triple G. You know what I'm saying?
since I wouldn't even say Floyd, because Floyd beat his ass. I say
Unreal.
nigga like that went toe to toe with him like that. I say Triple G and like Bivol, but Bivol is way bigger than him. I'm saying Bivol's mine. Like Bivol's bigger than me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Bivol fight at a higher weight class than you, but he ain't bigger than you. When you rehydrate, you definitely a bigger man on fight night, fighting at 68 than Bivol is fighting at 75. That's a fact.
And then people didn't expect that from me.
Bivol don't get that big. He already said how much he rehydrates.
I watched that fight. I watched it live.
Bro,
he definitely don't get up to no 200 pounds.
He's like in the music industry. He's like he's one of the biggest in the music industry. He was there with Joe, everybody. He was like, yo, E. I tell you, how niggas be leaving
heavy
11th round, 12th round, niggas just be start packing up. They about to spin off. He said, bro, the whole stadium didn't stay because he was like, people was like, I could knock this nigga out. Mexicans was saying that to him, like, in front row, like, right there, yo, I go party 12th round, they like, I had everybody off their seat. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I had everybody booing me when I was walking out, and then when I was walking out for the fight, when I left the ring, I had the whole stadium cheering for me, like, screaming.
How'd that feel, bro?
It felt different. Where do you see that? Where you ever saw Canelo giving a nigga flowers after the fight?
No, he definitely
gave you flowers, yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, like watching it.
Yo, this guy, bro. Canelo get plenty of people flowers after he beat him up, bro. He was just happy because he beat you up. He just beat you up. That's the least he could do. Is give you your flowers after he beat you up. Shout out to my homie Don, man, being a member for 17 months. He said, I got my ass whooped by Canelo. Tour continues.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my homie Don, man. Yeah, he is. Our booger, what it do? He continues, bro. He continues to go.
Right, because I watched it live and I watched it to prepare for the interview. I actually watched the fight. And I remember saying, like, yo, this nigga strong as shit. Like, I remember watching it, like, I'm like, this, and I was just like, who is this young nigga? Like, yo, going crazy. So I definitely see it, I understand it. I'm just saying, you start saying, man, demanding main event status type shit.
Yeah, but
like it's levels.
Yeah, but I'm about to show it. I got it, bro. I got it. Look at my last fight, bro. Look what he did, bro. Look what I had there. Like,
you was supposed to do that, though.
Yeah, no.
You had to do that.
But wait.
Y'all look at his body. Y'all look at the guy's body.
That's not fair.
Looking at his body. Look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's a fat nigga, bro.
I mean, that nigga was fat too. That nigga was sloppy.
Nah, if you looking at the fact that man did a 10-year
all right, so tell Charlo knock a nigga out in the first round.
No, that's what I'm about to say.
None of the niggas will knock that nigga out in the first round. I promise you, nobody knocking that nigga.
That's what I was about to say. I will say this.
Not even Canelo knocking that nigga out in the first round.
I will say this. For respect,
Canelo fought a bum. You know he fought his sparring partner like 5 fights ago. He fought his sparring partner. The nigga Canelo knocked him out in like 3 rounds.
What I was gonna say is what I
this
did
dude
love.
Really think he fighting crazy competition?
Like, for example, your man, you might not like this, but this your man. When Shakur fought the nigga that was like just working a construction worker, right? He knocked him out. He got to fight the TKO, but it was like round what? It took a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whereas though, when you got in the ring with a nigga that you wasn't supposed to be in the ring with you showed it. And I love that. I will say that. I was like, that's exactly what he needed to do. You did that.
That's what makes him a casual, and I'm glad he admitted to being a casual. The fact that you're comparing a pure boxer's knockout to a guy that's supposed to be billed as a KO artist is foolish in and of itself. That's ignorant as hell. Like, that's the casual in him right there. Big Keith, what it do, homie? So whoever said I got my ass whooped by Canelo tour continues is hilarious.
And yeah, it was you ain't gotta question it. So I'm like, nah, it's a step in the right direction. So I'm like, I'm wondering why niggas ain't giving you the fight. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, maybe it's because he too arrogant. Cause like now niggas are prima donnas in this fucking boxing shit now.
I can make any fight happen now, bro.
Now he's saying he can make any fight happen.
My
shit is unreal, bro.
Promoters, TV networks that want to pick up the fights and want to make big fights happen. Like they on the phones right now, like my manager, like so.
So is the Cater plant or Mungir?
What makes sense for us right now is Mungir. Is more. I'm telling you, bro. He's gonna beat that guy, but he didn't take that nigga serious.
But he still lost. It was bad. That was bad.
But he has a country. But look at Floyd fights. Look at every fighter Floyd fight. They have a country behind him. Ricky Hand had England. Manny Pacquiao had the Philippines. Oscar De La Hoya had Mexico. Canelo had Mexico. Miguel Cotto had Puerto Rico.
Right.
Look at everybody he
It's the
fought,
fact
bro.
that
Manuel Marquez, Mexico. He fought niggas that got countries behind him because it's money, bro.
Community, yeah.
Views, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not exiting out Caleb or none of them, but right now, the fight to be made for real is
let me ask you this then. This is just regular question. Do you think that's what's watering down the sport though? Because niggas is so like money driven.
Nah, it's not. That's not money driven. That's a big fight, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but I would again as a fan, I'm like,
that's a bigger fight. That's a bigger fight than Caleb Plant. I promise you, we're gonna do crazy numbers with people with pay-per-views. We're gonna make a lot of money.
Right, but that's money driven. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's prize fighter, nigga. The fuck?
But but as somebody that's in the
and
sport,
it's legacy because I knocked Munguia, my status is going up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm fighting a bum and I'm trying to just collect bread.
Yeah, but that's not for sure a way bigger fight than you and Plant. Like, see, this is the shit that be pissing me off, man. Since when did you just know what fights are big? Like, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? And you had an opportunity to fight Plant. They reached out to you and y'all ain't won it. And I know Caleb Plant keeping it above. Doing all that talking, man. You should want that fight, bro. Crush the Legend, what it do, homie? How you feeling? You should want the fight. All this talking, plant this, plant that, plant this, plant that. Do you want to fight him? Damn. I don't think you could beat Plant, bro. Pay-per-view. Yeah, man. Visits from another planet. It was good, bro. This dude, yeah, I hate it, man. He need to ease up on it. He say it too much.
I'm just trying to that Munguia can fight. He just got knocked out, but it's like
no, bro, Caleb Plant could fight.
That shit could happen to me if I'm sleeping. You feel me?
But I think that's what separates the good from the greats, though. Because it could happen to anybody, but it shouldn't happen to the best.
Munguia ain't better than Plant.
Muhammad Ali. Look at Roberto Duran.
I hate when they use legends to make it.
But you were kind of just saying that, like,
you on that Floyd shit, you see?
But you were saying
no, I'm not on that Floyd shit.
It happened to the best.
So why you think niggas be like cherry picking their fighters nowadays in sport?
Who's cherry picking?
A lot of niggas be cherry picking fighters.
Nah, you're not about to catch us, eh? Nigga, what you think you thought you was about to chip bag us, nigga? Nah, you're not about to bait us, nigga.
Like, yeah, he said he got a country
I see what you did.
Nah, hell nah.
You really
I
don't.
My niggas from the, you know what's up with me, nigga.
I don't know what
I'm on the
country
same
that
time
is.
as you, nigga. We here, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
You're not about to bait us.
We on the same. But now, but I'm just saying in general, like your opinion. Why do you think niggas do it though? It don't matter who. Like I'm just saying.
I don't think it's like chirping. I just think like niggas. Like, bro, at the end of the day, there's every year there's 5 fighters that die in the ring in boxing. Look it up. Every year there's 5 people that die in boxing, fighting in pros with no headgear.
Nah, Clarissa did the homework. She said it's up to 13. I think it's 13 fighters that pass away a year from boxing. He knows he can't be playing. Deloney Fan Sports, appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, I agree 1,000,000%. I think he needs to fight him now. Yeah. I don't think he do either, boss. That's why Caleb Plant said it. He said their team reached out to him and he ain't want it. He turned it down. Shout out to my baby girl, Miss Just Do the Cleaners in the building. Yeah, about 13, right. Shout out to Shell, man. Yeah. Shout out to my baby girl. Safe travels on that road.
So you gotta understand, right? I'm a nigga. I'm here to make money and legacy. You know what I'm saying? And you got fighters that really do cherry pick, that want to just look for the easiest route to make money, easy fights, collect their bread. They don't give a fuck about legacy, and then they gone. Like, they collect their bag and they out of here. You feel me? Then you got guys like see Floyd. Do you think Floyd is Floyd is not a cherry picker, bro? He knows, bro. That nigga's he's a legend in my book. For sure, Floyd is the greatest in my book. I don't know about y'all, but in my book, Floyd is the greatest fighter in the world and the greatest businessman / fighter in the world.
I don't think that's an argument though.
All time? You just saying right now?
All time.
Okay.
All time. And with Floyd, people say he never cherry picked nobody. He just knew when to take fights at the right time. I say he's a smart fighter. He's not stupid. He knew when to take the fights. Manny Pacquiao was on steroids. He was not fighting Manny Pacquiao when Pacquiao was on steroids. Ain't as simple. Manny Pacquiao was.
I do, bro. You come back anytime you want, bro.
At 105. How you find at 100 pounds?
I might have to make a short video on that one.
Look at the weight class. It's called strawweight. How you find that strawweight? You go all the way up to 154 and you're knocking everybody out? Come on, bro. That's why Floyd is not. So I think Floyd waited. Floyd's like, nigga, I'm not fighting this nigga. This nigga fighting from 100 pounds, and he's up to 147, still knocking these guys out. I'm not in there with veins in his neck and his forehead. He got veins and shit coming out. You crazy?
Yo, you know another thing that stood out?
Man,
About you,
he said Pacquiao
know
on
this boxing.
steroids, man.
I feel like a lot of niggas now, why can't I say a lot? A few niggas that I've
He
seen,
just
like,
went in, didn't he?
They really don't know boxing.
Like who?
Yo, yo.
Yeah, the country behind him. And what country? You can't be talking about Puerto Rico.
I really want to say that.
Who you want us to drive? What names you want us to say? I'm just curious.
Hello.
What's up with you? What's up with you and my man, bro? What's up? Why y'all niggas keep coming at?
In fact, Z.
Yeah, what New York guy? What's New York's issue with him? It's because he fighting y'all city?
Nah, it's not New York. We talking about Tank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
See, Eddie Hearn and Jake Paul just had $100 million settlement over a defamation suit. He better be careful.
I gave him.
Pacquiao don't play about his name.
I gave him props for what he did because he's like number 2 right now in the Barclays Center with ticket sales. And shit.
I think he had sued Floyd about
So
that.
what's the smoke? Why niggas coming at him so hard?
Nah, bro.
I was threatening to sue one.
It's not even me. It's him. He know he was when we was in a strip club and shit. You know what I'm saying? I never had no problems with him, bro. I like how the nigga fight. The
So
nigga,
wait, what
like,
happened in the strip club?
Like we got the same shit. Like we want to hurt niggas. We want to send niggas to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? When we fight, that's why I like the nigga because I like how he just, you feel me? Boom, and it's like, all right, NyQuil time is out. You feel me? But I don't know. We was in the strip club. Like this is when Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia and shit, and like the strip club was packed out. Like it was like Future was there. It was mad people. So when I pulled up, it was like I pulled up on some random shit. But like Starless is like, you know, like family and shit, like the owners and shit, they love me, so they made space for me.
Yeah, Eddie.
And whatever, and then the manager, like an hour later, the manager was like, "Yo, mind you, I was with like 100 guys. I'm with niggas from Harlem, niggas from Brooklyn, niggas from Queens. Like, I had a lot of guys with me. You feel me? So, I told them like, yo. So they was like, yo, Tank. They was like, yo, Tank is coming. Can we put him to sit next to you? Cause you know there's a whole bunch of rappers. You don't need boxers. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, I was like, yo, tell them pull up. Like, you know, we fucked the club up together, you know what I'm saying? Like, the rappers and all that, but the boxers stay with the boxers and shit. And then, I don't know, he came, and then he got this urgency, like, of every time somebody, I guess, touch him, he started going crazy.
Good, bro. How you feeling?
And my father, you know, we grew up in the amateurs together, bro, going to ringside, world national, you know what I'm saying, ringside world championships, silver glove nationals, nigga, we done junior Olympic nationals. Like, so,
talk about it, Doug, because he in here talking that shit again. He sounding like a certain somebody we know talking that I'm a ball shit. He could make any fight he want, you know, blah, 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 blah. He in here talking that stuff, and I'm glad you came in here because you see you add clarity to it. I'm telling you, I was just in here saying that. My God, that's what I like to hear, man. You always feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good myself, man. Shout out to my dog out there, man. Bigger mate. Circle smaller sooner or later. Yeah, I'm telling you. Man, he think he in here talking about he can make every fight he want, any fight he want. He a boss. His name big enough now. He the A-side over everybody except Canelo. He lit. All this stuff, I just don't see it that way, bro. But we gonna find out. If it's that easy, you should be able to make any fight you want.
My pops is in the back, so my pops was like, yo, what's up, champ? And touched him, and then he was like, went crazy with my father, like, don't touch me. To my father, like, in his face. So when I seen that, like, I snapped. I'm a bug out, so I just started going crazy for me, and that's how we just started arguing back and forth. And then, yeah. And from there, when it went, then he went on Twitter, and he was like, yo, this nigga, some boxer, fight at 168, his breath stink. He was saying my breath stunk or something on Twitter, you know, trolling and shit. And then that's how the beef started from right there.
Okay. So that's something, like, I mean, that's something that y'all probably could swear.
Yeah. Over 3 fights, change attitude.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not even my weight, so it's like, if he was my weight or I was his weight, then it's different. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Then we could really pop shit, but
it's one thing I talked to him about on the interview. He was talking about like how like just getting fights. Like basically, niggas not deserving fights because of how they come at you. Do you ever feel like that will be an issue of like when you're trying to get these fights? Like a nigga don't want to fight you because of just how you moving outside of the ring.
What you mean, like if you disrespecting me and shit, like, oh, I'm not giving you a fight.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't believe in that shit, bro.
Like niggas talk about
T.O. I was gonna say T.O. is a good example.
Nigga, like, nah, I'm not about to give you no fight because now,
now you gotta go and give him the fight so you could spank him.
But you helping him though.
It don't matter. You just break them down. Like, send a nigga to the hospital. Like, he talking shit about black people. I'm like, all right, nigga, come on. Like, we gonna get it on now. I'm gonna make you eat bananas. And you gonna eat bananas, you bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I don't fuck Tiffy. I don't like that nigga. And I don't like his pops either.
A lot of people say they don't fuck with him. Because Keyshawn said the same thing.
Them niggas ain't from New York. His pops about to get beat up.
You beef with everybody. What the fuck is...
Yeah, what's going on?
Bro, I don't beef with nobody. You know what it is? Niggas always trying to front all the time. Ask Fat Joe. Fat Joe. They was about to beat his father up at an event in Madison Square Garden.
What the fuck happened with
Hating
you?
as his father's a hater, bro. His father's like, oh, what happened to your boy Berlanga? What happened to your boy? What happened? This is the king of New York right here. My son is the one that's from New York that's representing, putting on funny. What happened to your boy? It was about to beat him up.
But what happened to like trash talking, bro? Like, god damn. All you boxing niggas are prima donnas now.
No, what you mean?
Listen to him.
y'all
Jay
just
was
like-
on his shit, yo. Jay Hill was on it.
Like, god damn. Like, what happened to this
Can't have the showmanship.
Yeah, like, he just talking shit. He ain't disrespect. That wasn't disrespecting you.
Huh?
That's not disrespecting.
Why you take it as disrespect though?
Yeah.
Cause he talking shit. Cause he's just talking shit.
But you from New York, nigga.
All y'all do is talk shit. Like literally, you talking shit right now.
All the niggas that should understand a nigga.
Yeah, but he be chat, yo. That nigga be chatting, and then he see me, he be on my dick, and he be like,
Okay, that's different. That's different.
That's fake.
What's up,
Yeah, that's
man?
different. That's
Yo, man, yo, bro, when I tell you, his father was crying, bro. His father was literally crying in the store. They know he was crying. I was with 10 guys, and not just because I knew he was there. I was just walking with 10, me, my father, my uncle, my family. We come outside, he sees us. After all that shit he was talking, when he seen it, he started crying, bro. Crying on my shoulder. Yo, bro, I'm stupid, man. Yo, I should never do that, man. Damn, man, I'm fucking stupid. Damn, man. In front of his daughter, and everything. I looked, and I said, yeah, we're not going to do it to him here. You know, he got the grandbabies there and stuff. So we let him rock. We like, all right, bet.
You should have got that nigga on camera like Terrence.
Like Terrence. No.
Yeah.
Like Bud did, yeah.
Say, yo.
What's that shit you was talking about?
Yeah.
Nigga apologize on
Right,
camera. Like,
yeah.
god damn, shit is crazy. Niggas in the boxing era is moving like gangsters and rappers. Like, y'all niggas is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
This nigga is like, yeah. Like,
I mean, yeah.
That's because y'all be hanging with these rappers now, bro.
Nah, it's not that.
It's not that.
Nah.
It's
What
Brooklyn.
is it?
It's Brooklyn. What's it?
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know my father's background and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father retired though, but you know, he not into none of that shit no more. But you know, I know y'all already seen the stories and shit. You feel me? Like,
It's
you
some
know,
type of liquid courage in that cup.
ESPN and all that. So it was different. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
But what?
It's not like these fighters, bro. Like my lifestyle, like me growing up and shit. I seen a lot of things. You feel me? So I'm cut from a different. I'm cut different. So.
What do you think it could ever be just a space where it's just boxing though? Like niggas box, niggas talk shit, and
I just, you know what it is with me, bro. I go 0 to 100, bro. Like I don't play that. Like you see that shit, like Caleb smacking the shit out of Charlo, boom, like shit like that, like shit like that, bro. That nigga Caleb would have never. His girl would have got it. His mom, if she was there, his father,
I get it. No,
cousins, the security, everybody would have got it. That nigga would have had to leave Vegas if he would have smacked me like that.
No, I get it.
Crazy.
Yeah, that
You know what I'm
shit
saying?
sound
Like,
good.
so it's just certain
Empire
things.
would've
Like a
do,
nigga like Kid, like he goes and tries to
Berlanga,
smack.
we don't believe
Canelo.
you need more
He got
people.
a smacking issue. Like he wants to smack people. So it's shit like that. Like I don't tolerate that. You feel me? Like we could talk shit.
Yeah, I think Jarrell Miller might be in some trouble, man. Fabio Wardley could scrap, Dub. I think it's a cool scrap. I ain't mad at Big Baby Miller for he's still at it, but I think he might have his work cut out for him with Fabio Wardley for sure. I definitely got him in that. GM would it do? Yeah, he's just too tough. I'm saying it was just how much skipped all the Berlanga part. You got a price on Berlanga head, Cal. Damn. Zoom verse.
Like
what
once
it
you
do
start, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But he didn't try that with you. Even when I had that face on me,
yeah, that nigga.
Yeah,
I
we
watch.
have to do.
Wait till we fight each other. Oh my God, he better not do that.
Yo, when do you think? Because this is another thing I'm thinking. Like even I'm thinking about Keyshawn, right? Because you want to be on top soon. Like you gonna get your fights, and you definitely, I think.
Oh, yo, yeah, and another thing too with the fight, yo, they gotta stop with that because of Teofimo saying that Stop with the racist shit, bro. Like, people gotta stop with that shit, bro. Like, they think I'm from New York. I could say nigga, bro. I'm from New York, bro. That's how we talk.
Me too.
That's how we talk. Go to the projects. Go to fucking Bushwick Peas, where we from over there.
I say,
You know what I'm saying? Like, Puerto Ricans, Puerto Ricans and the blacks and it's everybody's divided, nigga. Everybody's together. You feel me? So people gotta, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they look at Teofimo. Teofimo's not like me. He's not a New York nigga. You get what I'm saying? He's not from New York. So him saying all these racial shit about my brothers and all that is crazy, bro. I got best friends. I got family. I got my nephew that's black, bro.
Where's your mic?
Oh, shit.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
That was crazy, man. That was crazy.
You're violating, yo.
Yeah, he just might, Sheldon. He just might stop Miller. He might. Just might.
My bad.
I like him for the win for sure, though.
Nah, so
No, I don't like that, bro. Respectfully, because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all the brothers, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that, bro. Now, yo, bro, my life growing up, like, when my father went to prison, his first 7 years, bro, I was in shelter homes. You know what I'm saying? I was living in Hunts Point, Webster Projects. That's all black, bro. Literally all black. Like, we was Spanish, Puerto Rican, couple Spanish, Puerto Ricans, but it was all black, bro.
for the sake of the audience, the people that might not know, explain, if it's okay, about what happened with your pops.
Not yet. It's out there already. Like, so, you know, with in 1997, right? Like, my father, you know, he was like deep in the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? And my father was a boss, bro. Like, you know, and my family, you know, and in 1997, like 2 weeks after I was born, I had a problem like with my brain and shit. And my dad went out to the club. My dad was a guy. He used to always go to the club, and there was a club called China Club in New York. It was the biggest club in New York, like the biggest. Like, you talk about China Club, is like J Lo was partying there, Jay-Z, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, like fucking Fidel Castro done went there. Like that shit was like super duper high level. My dad was there every weekend. So my dad got into a beef in the club, and he wound up shooting two guys, called two attempted murders and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 weeks after, I was still in the hospital, and he went like on this high speed chase for me. Like, when he tried to spin off, you know, cops, helicopters, all types of shit, was, you know, following him and all that. They wound up grabbing him. My mom, the next day, she wound up hearing it on the radio. She had the radio on, and she still listens to the news on the radio. She didn't know, like, my dad was out in the club and stuff. Yeah. And she heard she heard it was a shooting and stuff, and the main suspect was, they said, Edgar Berlanga, my dad. And my mom just broke down crying and shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's when everything, like, changed. I didn't get to see my father till I was, like, 4 years old at all, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom used to put, like, pictures of my dad, like, on the side of the crib and stuff, and tell her, like, yo, that's your dad, that's your dad. You know, he was upstate. He was, like, 12, 13 hours away, you feel me? We went back living in the projects and shit. We didn't have money like that no more, you feel me? So my dad came home at 7. Yeah. When my dad came home at 7, he wanted to put me to box. You know what I'm saying? So when I started boxing, he put me in the gym. And then my dad, you know, went back into the streets again. And then between 7 and 10, he went away for like 6 months. He got picked up at the airport and shit, going to Puerto Rico. Yeah. And then at 10, that's when he got picked up. That's when the feds came and grabbed him. And he went away for like 5 years and shit.
We can joke and shit, but I always gotta do this.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yo, on some real shit though, like boxing and shit aside, the fact to see the things you were able to do with like just boxing, bro, like that, what does that mean to you?
Nah, it means everything, bro. I changed my dad's life, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, my dad was a bad, like, not a bad person. He was always a good guy, but he was a bad person in the streets, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't a good person in the streets. And he was known in my family as the black sheep. Like, my whole family looked at my dad like, that's the fuck up. That's the guy that's, you know, is doing all these bad things in the streets. We're not like that. Like, my dad was the total opposite of everybody. All his brothers, all my aunts and my uncles and shit. And through me, I changed everything. Like, after he did that fed bit, and he came home, I stopped boxing. But it was like rocky for me and shit, because, you know, I was going through shelter homes. I was living in I was still living in projects, but I was living in bad projects like Webster, Hunts Point. Like, that shit was bad in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And just through that, when he came home and shit, he changed for me too, cause he noticed. He's like, yo, bro, I can't do this. So he came home as like a personal trainer. He started understanding like nutrition and personal training and shit. So when he came home, bro, it was like we spoke, we sat down, and I was a little older too. I was 14, about to be 15. I was like, yo, Pop, I was like, we gotta just figure this shit out. Like,
You know, I remember watching that. You want little man? You want little man to come say? Cause he come on. Yeah.
Yeah, you
come
go.
on,
Come on.
come on, Daddy, come.
Chosen, come on.
It's okay.
Nah, nah, you ain't bugging. I don't remember too much shit before 4 either, Cal. I ain't gonna lie. Not to recall it the way he just broke it all down. And maybe he told the story and it was confusing the way he broke down the timeline. But yeah, that was wild. Good projects. Yeah, it ain't.
Come on, champ.
We ain't never gonna stop you from being with your pops, man. Come on.
Hey, you good. It's okay. So, yo, my bad.
No, so I remember you were talking to Andre Ward, and you kind of talking about that experience and everything. And one thing that you said that resonated was like you had a love for baseball, right? You were talking about like you didn't even know about boxing. And you were talking about how
baseball. Yeah, baseball was my.
Look, we ain't gotta play this whole thing, man. That was enough of it. We got the gist of what we need to get from it. Look, shout out to Edgar Berlanga, shout out to Jay Hill. It was a cool interview. Why I liked it, y'all. If y'all caught it from the beginning, the reason why I played it because he was asking good questions. He was holding them accountable, and he wasn't just like glazing, as they call it. That's the new word that they use. He wasn't just up there like shoe shining it. He's asking legit questions, and you just got to hear how Edgar Berlanga thinks, man. He feels like, look, after fighting Canelo, I'm the guy. But I just I don't see that as the case. And like Dub mentioned, and how I mentioned earlier before he got in here, I think it's gonna be tough for him to get them fights. And he could be in a situation where he's frozen out. Like you can't just start talking like you all of a sudden the man. You get what I'm saying? Think about the path that you on right now. Like you've been released almost back to back. You get what I'm saying? Top rank, Matchroom. Like you're not the man like that. You legit just said how they signed you because he thought he was gonna get Canelo back. You legit just said that. So that just lets you know you wasn't never the priority like that, man. And you are replaceable. You're not somebody that's super big. Like if you was as big as what you say you are, I think they would have been looking to keep you. They wouldn't have been looking to let you go. They'd have been looking to make another deal. You get what I'm saying? And I just don't see that being the case. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see what his next fight, especially his next fight or so, look like, next 1 or 2 fights, and see if he can make these big fights by himself. Because he said his name is big enough. He lit. He don't need no promoter now. This is what he talking. He is own boy. I'm a boss now. He talking that stuff, and we all know how that shit go. It sound good, but then when it's time to get them fights situated, you ain't got nobody going to bat for you. You just out there on your own. You're just out there in the wind. That shit could be really difficult to navigate, the sport of boxing without the right representation behind you, right? Without the right people backing you. And we know that to be a fact. We know it's some people that got the backing and still have issues getting fights for things that's, outside their control, let alone a person that is not in a position where they got somebody going to bat for them and they just out there with this inflated ass ego, respectfully, just with an inflated ego and of where they at. Like you don't, where you think with the way you see yourself is not how it is. It's not like that, bro. Like everybody's not looking at you like, yeah, he went through a 12-round war. Like he thought he had a war with Canelo Alvarez. Like a war. He thought that was a war. That wasn't a war, bro. I mean, that was a shellacking. He beat you up. That's what that was. That was a one-sided beatdown. You know what I'm saying? And I think the only thing that saved you was how big you was. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Just to put my mind back there. God, stupid, man. 2 Berlanga big fights are building up. Fight each other in the fall. Yup. Plant and Charlo on the same card for a reason. Yup. And you see how, look, a prime example, Dub. That's a great example, bro. You see how that's lining up? And I know you heard the interview with Plant saying that his team reached out to, they reached out to do the fight and he ain't want it. So he turned down Smoke. Plant said Berlanga turned down Smoke already. Down. They just moved on. And like you said, him and Charlo on the same card together, and that's going to lead to them fighting each other. And what is he going to be doing? You turn down one. You mentioning Charlo. You mentioning these dudes, but you ain't gonna fight either one of them. They gonna end up fighting each other. Where that's gonna leave you at? The man sat in the interview and said he made way more money than Plant. Way more. I made way more money than Plant and all them other dudes fighting Canelo. No, you didn't. That's what I'm saying. He just like, just wish he knew. I wish somebody is sitting down and explain to him, man, how shit go. And I don't know. It's gonna be tough, yo. It's gonna be tough. I'm telling you. Rozier was good with it. Berlanga didn't even try to win. He just was cool with being in there. That's what it looked like to me. Looked like he was cool with being in there. And then, like I said, in his mind, he had a war with Canelo. He think he did something to him that nobody else did. Like he said, ain't nobody went toe-to-toe with Canelo like that since Triple G. Like I'm like, bro, I don't know what in the hell he talking about, bro. I don't know. I guess he ain't see Dmitry Bivol fight. I guess he missed that one. Jamal Brooks, what it do, homie? He said Devin 2.0. I respect him taking up boxing. Oh, for sure. Like, he's a good fighter, too. He's still a good fighter to me. He ain't trashing none. I ain't trashing him. He just don't think the right way. Checo was close to fighting McCumbie in June. Might be the Hitchens camp. It was a card to June. Okay, nice. Shout out to Dub, man. Nice. And he called McCumbie a bum. Unlaced, what it do, homie? He called McCumbie a bum. And that's the thing. All the criticism that he had for these fighters at 68, these dudes are guys that you should want to fight. These are guys and names that you should want to put on your resume. You get what I'm saying? And I don't see why you don't. Why wouldn't you want to put these dudes on your resume? You're not too good to fight Caleb Plant. Like, who told you that? You get what I'm saying? You're not too good to go in there and fight Caleb. You get what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it. So his next couple moves gonna say a lot about where he going and where he headed in his career, bro. Because I can't say it look good for him, because it don't. It really don't. Meanwhile, Billy and Pacheco about the man. I'm telling you, everybody got something going on, Roja. Everybody in the mix. And I know maybe it feels like to him that because he fought a Canelo, like everything is all good. You know, you back. You know, nah, it don't work like that. It's like, what fight you gonna get now? Yeah, you got the big fight, but usually that would lead to you being in a more stable situation. You got the big fight, but it led to you being in a win and being this free agent or this quote unquote boss, as he put it, right? And I'm telling you, that shit ain't gonna work the way he think it is. I'm telling you, pretty soon he gonna be talking about he blackballed. Watch, he blackballed. I'm telling you, and they hating and people blocking fights and watch. I'm telling you, I could see it now. I can see it now. Because the problem is he thinks of himself as like this big deal. And the honest reality of it all is he's not a priority for anybody. He's just out there. He's just a name in boxing at this point with a bunch of first round knockouts. Shit not enough, bro. That shit is not enough. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not enough. And you already on record, like I said, it's already being reported from Caleb Plant, and I don't take him to be a liar. Said you already turned down the fight. So I'm like, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? What are you looking to do? What big fights are you going to make? What big fights are you going to make now? All right, you're not fighting Canelo again. Get that out your mind. What big fights you going to make? So I'm saying, man, got to be realistic, man. You should have... Any opportunity to fight Caleb Plant, you should have definitely took it. That's a meaningful fight. You beat that guy, everybody respects you, man. Come on, man. What we doing? Keep Conley, so he will get an opportunity, but with him turning down fights, it makes Conley's job harder. Exactly. You get what I'm saying, Dub? Getting in his own way. And the problem is he going to end up not being the fighter that he's selling us he is. Remember the argument with Plant. Remember they was going back and forth. You talking about after Canelo, we could fight and all this. At that fight, Canelo, and get the Canelo fight over with, and we could fight. And now you got the Canelo fight over with, and you don't want to fight him. Come on, man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, when he said Caleb Plant, I knew he was ducking. Same thing with Tank did with Loma. Now you stupid. I feeling stupid. He said, but nah, let's get a score. That's how they be. Some people be like that. Opulent, the whole joint, the whole conversation is stare left at any opportunity. They go in. They go in. Nuke one up games was good, fan. But yeah, he said Caleb Plant. Knew he was ducking. Same thing did with Loma years ago. Yeah, you can't say F him and we sat there and watched you argue with him and talk about how you will fight him. And you keep bringing him up in interviews. That's all I like Berlanga. That's the thing. That's the difference between me and most boxing fans. They get mad when guys like talk shit. I don't get mad, but I would rather see him fight the guy than keep trashing him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact after he fight Caleb Plant, he'll respect him the same way everybody else that gets in the ring with Caleb Plant do. You don't respect that man going into the fight. You will when it's all said and done. You will when it's all said and done. Came out with 6.5 mil for 3 fights, including Canelo. But when you come from the projects, yeah, Jonathan, what it do, homie? Yeah, the problem is he talking about how he got way, way, way more than this and that one. He just tripping. Another Loma lobbies. Yeah, man. The thing is, man, the negotiations for me in that situation, Cal, just for me, the negotiations being walked away from speaks louder than any potential possibility of the fight happening previously. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that situation. So that's just how I see it. But, you know, I think that dude going to retire when it's all said and done. I don't know. I don't see him coming back. Got a dog in him. He's not no like I don't think he no pushover or nothing. Right? I don't think Berlanga is bad. I want to be clearer with my words. My biggest criticism ain't even about him how he fight, right? I don't have a negative outlook on Berlanga. I think he's a pretty good fighter, man. He got to keep learning and keep building. And I think he could have had a really good, meaningful fight with Caleb Plant after a Canelo if he really wanted that. From what it sounded like, he said he could make any fight he want. I don't see why that's not a fight that you want when you clearly on record saying it. So I don't know, man. That's why I say people got I don't know what these fighters disdain with Caleb Plant be. I don't get where it comes from, but you could always fight him and prove that you better than him instead of sitting on the sideline criticizing him. Every time he come up is Caleb Plant this, Caleb Plant that, and it ain't never I want to fight him. So at some point you got to change the narrative, and it got to be, I'm gonna fight Caleb Plant and I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. That's what people want to hear. Do you want to fight him? We don't care about what you think of him personally. Do you want to fight him? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a good fight. Yeah, he is. Far more disciplined and just polished as a fighter, Dante, and just fought better quality opposition, right? More battle tested. Because I'm telling you, you look at them losses, people look at them couple losses and they write them off. Nah, he lost to the same guy you lost to. The difference is he actually fought, you know what I mean, and gave that dude a run for his money. When you fought him, he just had his way. Had his way with you pretty much. Only thing he didn't do was stop him. You know what I'm saying? So, Tony was good with it. And I try to give him OP. I try to give him respect, bro, for all his, all 17 of them knockouts in the first round, all his wins. But it's more to it than just those knockouts, right? It's more to it than just going 12 rounds with Canelo. Like it almost feels like you're too accepting of not winning the fight. Like you completely cool with it. Now you shouldn't be bummed out over it, but the same token, I think you got to be a little more realistic. You get what I'm saying? That's why Jay Hill was telling him, like, your fight with him, even though you went 12 rounds, it didn't stand out because the last X amount of guys been going the distance with him too. He ain't been knocking dudes out. So you went the distance, but you did it and losing every single round. It's no flex in that. That fight don't really stand out. It's not a classic. You put on for your family the best you could, right? But it's not one of those where it's like that's a classic fight that's going down in the history. But it's not that. He was just another notch on Canelo's belt. You get what I'm saying? Respectfully, he just got in there and beat you comfortably like he was supposed to. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tony. Hope everything been good with you. It's all good, fam. Berlanga payday. You wasn't payday. I know that. You know he want that payday. And ain't nothing wrong with it, right? As a prize fighter, get that money, but just make the right moves. Don't get in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Don't get in your own way. That's all I say. Don't get in your own way, G. Don't get in your own way. You know? But well, I don't know where he goes from here, though. I don't know where he goes from here. We're going to find out. Now, he don't got nobody backing him. He get to be his own boss. He feel like his name hot enough, big enough for him to make any fight he want. So let's see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, though. I don't know what fight he want next anyway, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know which direction he want to go. You stupid. I think you like hearing him just be a damn silly as hell. Silly. I'll make sure y'all hitting that like button for you, bro. We're gonna keep building on this Good Friday, y'all. Gonna keep building on this Good Friday. My guy Reef said, oh shit. Let's get Berlanga Benavidez at 75. Sheesh. He jump in there and do that. He a bad man, Tim. Yeah. But you know what's crazy? This is the thing about the steam, though. Roger, even though he lost to Canelo, it's a way to get back after losing to him because it's not the end of the world. And a lot of people, probably most, expected you to lose anyway. So I think if he would have struck while the iron was hot and he would have took a more meaningful fight, like he talking about bouncing back and possibly getting a title shot right after losing. Man, you could have took that Caleb Plant fight if you like they said they reached out to y'all. You could have took that fight, bro. You would have been cooking. Well, even if you would have went out there and lost, people would have respected it. We would have looked at you like you are the guy that you say you are to a degree, right? You willing to get in there with any and everybody, no matter when. You know what I mean? You get the opportunity, you want it, and that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Hell no. That's a fact. I don't see it. I don't think he'll mention his name. Yeah, hell yeah. Nah, you're right, Rose. Remember, he was blazing shit with them knockouts, bro. He was blazing shit. And his power looked like something different, right? Until it wasn't. Mm, 75. I don't think the issue with Edgar is weight per se, but he could be stripping himself down quite a bit. But now I think just with him, he just need the fights and the experience because you got to think he got 20 some odd fights, but 17 of those ended in the first round. So although knockout sell, how much are you able to learn in a matter of 3 minutes or less per fight? You get me? The fights where he's really learning are the ones, unfortunately, where he's going the distance. You get what I'm saying? That's when you're really able to learn and see what Edgar Berlanga is or is not, right? Those first round knockouts, you don't learn too much about him. Yeah, he's strong as hell in the first round, and if you ain't ready, he'll clip you and get you out of there. That is a fact. But we all know at the top level, you're not knocking none of those guys out in the first round. So I don't see how he at the stage where now he need work. He need rounds. He need to be tested, right? He need to be able to go through the woodshed a little bit because if it's just first round knockouts and then you get a tough fight, I don't see how that helps you prepare, So he need rounds. He need, matchmaking could be his best friend, but I don't know how that's going to go without him having a proper backing. You know what I mean? I could see it being difficult for him. Behind the Hands TV, my dog. What's good, bro? Trying to slid in the venue. I accidentally bought the pack in. Loud in here. I know how that be. Shay with peace, Queen. How you feeling? All fighters, you need rounds. Yep, to learn how to adjust when you get in them deep waters. That's what I'm saying. And by him, again, the knockouts, yeah, they sell and it's entertaining to the naked eye, right? To the casual fan. Oh, shit, you see, he got more, they start saying stuff like, yeah, he got more first round knockouts than Mike Tyson. That shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, how good is he? Is he able to learn in less than 3 minutes of work? And I think it's very hard to gauge and to really right? Do much. Like, how much can you learn in just 3 minutes? 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there. And then the competition level with the guys that are being knocked out in the first round are in or around the same level. Is no real separation in that level of talent that you're fighting and getting out of there in the first round. And then when you do fight some outside of that, they go the distance, obviously, right? So you have a tougher time. So he just need to keep learning, bro. Keep learning, keep building. But I ain't gonna tell him to be humble because, you know, it's boxing. Talk your shit. But, you know, most importantly, make the best decisions for yourself, man. Because, again, you know, them knockouts is cool. But what happens when you don't knock people out? What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Tell you what to do, homie. Shout out to TD Sports Talk. What's good, family? Said Berlanga's not willing to get beat up at the cookout. I'm telling you, that's what it is. They don't want that. I'm telling you, because that's gonna hurt. That one gonna sting, bro. That one gonna sting. That one gonna sting. They might be telling the truth, but made more money than playing for Canelo fight. Reason I say that didn't Canelo and Berlanga sold like A and the K. I don't know, but I still don't buy it when he said that. I still don't buy it when he said that. I still don't think he made the money Plant made fighting him. Because you gotta think Plant was a champion too. And I think their numbers did pretty damn good as well. You know what I'm saying? Plant had a belt, more accomplished, more established. Berlanga was just a young KO artist fighting Canelo Alvarez. And that's what they sold it as. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, and I'm not in their pockets, but I hate when the way he was saying I made way more than Canelo. I mean, Caleb and them did. I'm like, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But kudos to him if he did, because I don't know. I just, in my mind, I just can't. I don't run with it. And the reason why, because a lot of the other stuff that he said in terms of where he think he fits in that in the landscape of boxing is so off that I don't feel like that money. Like, I feel like whatever he thought Plant and them got is wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think that's wrong. So kudos to him. He made his money. Kudos to him. But I don't know where he goes from here. Again, thinking that you're the A side over all of these guys with no backing, no representation, to really, like, I don't see how that's gonna work. Good luck proving that you're the A side over everybody outside of Canelo, because you fought him and went 12 rounds. Like, you get what I'm saying? Charlo went 12 rounds, right? Like, so get what I'm saying? It's a number of these dudes that was going 12 rounds with him. That shit don't mean nothing. It don't make you the man. Your stock didn't rise significantly from going 12 rounds with Canelo at all. Yeah, maybe people talking about you more, but you see how they talking, bro. You can't celebrate a dominant loss. It just don't make sense to do. So on to the next. You rebounded. You got you another first round knockout. Now let's see who you find yourself in there with. But if it ain't one of the quality top tier guys, then I don't think nobody gonna care. I don't think nobody gonna care. Because I don't think nobody care about seeing you just fight, you know, like the guy you just fought recently. Like, I don't think nobody gonna care about you. So for him to make a splash and get his name where he think it's at, he gonna have to fight the Caleb Plants of the world. He gonna have to. Yeah, and it's for undisputed. Great point. Yeah, Mr. Impride. That's a fact. I want to see Berlanga be everything he claims to be. And let that. I mean, I get it, bro. I be getting it. Like, he's solid though, right? Because if you look at it, his only loss is to Canelo, right? He had some rough moments, but I think whenever you have that many first round knockouts, again, like I was saying, y'all, I don't know how much you're able to learn. So then when you kind of step the competition up and it's a style different than what you've been in there with, you get tested, right? You get tested. So I just think he need more of those type of fights where people don't get blasted out in the first round because you punching hard. You get what I'm saying? Because that shit not gonna grow him or help him mature as a fighter. I think it's just gonna inflate his ego and respect to him. I think that's just gonna give him a false sense of confidence and a false sense of like where he actually is. You get what I'm saying? Because you think about it. You keep going out there and blowing guys out in the first round, start to feel good about yourself, right? And then we all know what happens, right? You go run into somebody that don't go, right? And he take you in the deep waters. Next thing you know, you ain't been the rounds because you've been knocking guys out in the first round. Now you tired. Now you in that back half of the fight gasping, and your gas tank on E, and you getting beat up. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, from this point forward, I feel like matchmaking to be his best friend. He just got to be smart about the people that he pick and fight. And I don't suggest turning down meaningful fights. I don't think that's the way to go at all. Boy, what it do, homie? McGee would have been a name also. Too bad Jaime tripped up. He's still young though. He can bounce back. But yeah, he got knocked out, but he can bounce back. I mentioned that dude only had 2 fights in 10 years. Yeah, he did that damn bid. Nope, that shit was crazy. Edgar Berlanga is Doug Slick Black Fighters, UK Boxing. What it do? It's just certain people I don't think he really want to fight. And that's what it's going to start to look like the more as time go and he don't get in there with these guys. Because, again, fighting plant, there's no excuse for nobody that if you feel like you a top guy, especially without no belt, and you at 168 pounds, you should be wanting to see Caleb Plant. I don't give a damn what you talking about. You should want to see Caleb Plant. You should. Lester Martinez beats Berlanga. He might. Hey, Rozier, man, that dude look dangerous, Rozier. I ain't gonna lie. Problem with Berlanga is he got gassed. He was a solid fighter that could box. I got KO happy. Yup. Only thing he got for him is he had solid trainers, but I'm tired of him talking already. Right, I get it. Opposite ASAP now. I feel you, man. Look, he just got to stay grounded, bro. Stay grounded, stay focused. Like you said, he got good trainers. He got a solid team, man. He got his pops in his corner. I root for him. I root for his success. I ain't here to shit on him, but he got, I think his way of thinking might get in the way and might hold him back. You get what I'm saying? Overvaluing yourself, and I hate to say that, but it almost sounds like that's what he on. I'm A-side of all these guys, but I can make any fight I want. But in the same breath, Eddie Hearn's blocking this fight is like, bro, I thought you could make any fight you want. Which one is it? Can you make any fight you want, or is Eddie Hearn blocking the fights? You get what I'm saying? And that's what I said. Pretty soon you're gonna be screaming blackball. Watch. Pretty soon you're gonna be screaming blackball. You get me? His trainers are working with Lubin. I think Lubin's going to stop Holmes. That's going to be a good one, bro. That's going to be a good one. Erickson Lubin and Andre Holmes. That is going to be...
Hey, if I'm a bitch, come prove I'm a bitch, nigga. If I'm a bitch, come prove I'm a bitch. Come prove. They gonna break us up. All they gonna do is break us up. We gonna do nothing. You know what the fuck you doing this whole shit. If you know that, you ain't gonna break it up. What the fuck you doing this wrong shit for? You a pussy, nigga. I smell it, nigga. You a pussy and I smell it. You a pussy and I smell it. You know that ain't true, man. You know that ain't true. Fool, nigga. You fool. I promise. You a stepping stone. You fool. I promise you. Yeah, you a fool. You are a fool. You are a fool, my boy. You are a fool. You a stepping stone. You a gatekeeper. You a gatekeeper. You a gatekeeper, man. You a gatekeeper. Sorry ass nigga. Get your sorry ass out. Get your sorry ass out. Bitch ass nigga. Get your sorry ass out. Nigga. Bitch, shut up. Don't prove. That's what I said. Shut up next time I get around you. Watch. Slap me. What's up, nigga? You psych yourself up. I saw this bitch ass nigga. What's up? Let go. You a hoe ass nigga. You hoe.
Get him out the door, man. Get him out the door.
His best sparring partner still. Where's the shields? You bitch ass nigga. We is fuck out of here. They said Orlando, Florida's going down.
And there you go. That go to Andre Holmes and Erickson Lubin. That one, man. It's a lot of bad blood in that one. That's gonna be a good fight, I think. CJ, what it do on me? So he ain't gonna say blackball. He gonna use a razor slur like Ryan. Yeah, man. I wish the best for him, but I don't think it's gonna be easy for him to make the fights that he want. Or maybe it is if the fights that he want ain't top quality opposition, you know. So, but hopefully he stand on business and fight those guys. You get what I'm saying? It's some smoke for him at 68. The way he talking, he sound like he want to fight everybody. So I just hope he move accordingly. You know where I'm gonna be May 10th. I really believe Lubin stops him badly, but let's see. Yeah, I think Lubin could stop him. I definitely do. TD, I'm with you. That's gonna be a good one. I'm rocking with Lubin. I think Lubin on his get back tour, man. He gotta get back in position. I want to see that dude win the world title for sure. Sebastian. I don't know, man. Anybody fight Boychuk, that's a good fight. Boychuk, you got Murtazaliev, you got a couple names. You got a lot of names up there for him. J Bean, what it do, homie? Lubin said he knocked him out in the amateurs. Damn, did he? Shit, I had a longer video. I think I had deleted it. I had a longer video of them arguing, going back and forth. They was going at it, bro. They was going at it. It was, man. Acting bad, they know nothing what happened. Yeah, they can't do much. And I don't want to see them mess up the bag anyway, because that fight going to be that, man. I do believe Holmes going to get in there and try to fight for sure. I think he's going to try to do his thing. But I just see Lubin as the more experienced, the better fighter right now. And I like dude energy. Like, he ain't coming to lay down. And that's just going to lead to a good fight. But I don't got him winning. I got Lubin pulling off the dub. Possible stoppage, too. Butcher, what's good with it? Norman Jr. I'm going to get Norman Jr. I want to holler at the champ again after that viral KO. I had Norman on like 2 or 3 times so far. I'm going to reach out to Norman again, man. Y'all want to chop it up with the champ? I'll see if he want to come back through. Boxing expert, what it do, man? What it do? What it do? Well, let's keep rolling, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Malik K, what it do, my dog? What's good with it, Brody? How you feeling, man? Let's keep rolling though, man. Benavidez did a little interview too, y'all. A short one. All things. What it do, homie? He did a little short interview with this smaller platform, man. He was talking about what's next for him. You know, he spoke about the fight with Bivol. So we're gonna get into that, y'all. We're gonna get to that, man. Let's get to it. Y'all give me a second. Let's get to it. You call me a hater, but I think dude had a little gloves when he fought Lubin. Fondor. I just think Lubin the wrong fight. He stood in the inside too much and took too many uppercuts, clean uppercuts, and then I think he blew his nose over there in the corner and his eyes got all puffy, and that was just the beginning of the end. But I definitely think you seen the success he was having, man. That dude could be beat, man. He just fought the wrong kind of fight. He fought that like mono type of, you know what I'm saying? He should have switched it up. Should have changed the way he approached that fight. He made it more dangerous for himself than it had to be fighting like that, no doubt. Yeah, I think he did. Newt in the corner, I think they blew his nose. His eyes kind of like blew up, you know what I'm saying? I think from the blowing of the nose. All right, let's get to this, man. He just tweeted his YouTube need to stop with these fake takes and crazy narratives on, bro. He mad who? EJ? My God, EJ. You know, they always got something to say about Big Fish. I'm just always rooting for the dude. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this, man. Let's hear this. It's not that long, y'all. Let's hear what this is from just the other day, I believe. So let's hear what Benavidez had to say.
About you. You've been one of the biggest stories in the boxing world. You're really become the face of it. You've grown into yourself. We've seen you grow up from a kid dominating in the gym to now a full-fledged champ in a couple different weight classes. Talk to me about the David Benavidez coming up in boxing versus you now.
So, you know, basically started off with the dream. You know, I've been having this dream and this vision since I started boxing at 2 years old. I'm 28 now, so 26 years of my life I've been boxing. Been dedicated for this whole time, and now that I'm coming up through the ranks, you know, I've been able to assert myself at the top of the boxing and, you know, just making my case that, you know, I am the best in the world and I'm taking on all comers, you know. Unfortunately, we didn't get an opportunity with Canelo at 168, but now, you know, we're number one ranked at 175, and now we're eyeing the possibility of fighting for all 4 titles, you know. So, you know, undisputed is next. So right now, you know, I've just been coming through the ranks, you know, been keeping my head down, been making a lot of noise, and, you know, just trying to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be.
So Dmitry Bivol is next.
Yeah, so that's what, you know, in boxing, not everything is 100%, but that's what we're entitled to next, you know, the possibility of fighting Bivol. You know, we're still trying to negotiate it. We have until April 8th to negotiate the fight and see what's going to happen, but that's what's on the horizon right now, and that's what we're trying to make happen.
Ahead of your fight with David.
See, so you heard that right off the bat, man. That's what's next. That's the plan anyway. And I like how he worded that. You know, in boxing, nothing is 100%. We know how that go, but you know, his goal is to make that fight with Dmitry Bivol for undisputed. And we know he ain't ducking no smoke. We know he's very confident about this fight with Bivol because of the success he feels as though he had in sparring when they sparred all them years ago. So it's a great fight for boxing. It's a great fight for both of them. A real true test again for Benavidez. And that dude is just carving out a hell of a career for himself, bro. Like a lot of people doubted this dude and didn't think he'd be where he at. And he in a great position right now. He gonna get Bivol some hell if they fight.
Morel, you brought in my guy Gerardo. I saw you with Memo. I said this guy's taking it to a whole nother level outside of the ring. It seemed like your dedication was just at 1,000 heading into that fight. It showed you had a great performance. Would you agree with that assessment?
No, yeah, definitely. You know, Gerardo and Memo Heredia, all my people on my team, you know, I like great quality trainers. They have so much experience. Used to work with Evander Holyfield, a lot of other great fighters. You know, Memo Heredia, too, who's working with Marquez and a lot of other great fighters, too. So they have a lot of knowledge to give, you know what I mean? And that's why now, you know, it's boxing. You have to work hard in boxing, strength and conditioning. Every area has to be 100. You know what I mean? And I feel like with the team I got now, you know, we're hitting all corners. You know, in every area, you know, we're doing amazing in every area. So you know, we're just gonna keep going up.
Yeah, which is impressive for a guy like you, whose talent is through the roof, right? I mean, the potential is always. Everyone in boxing has kind of dubbed you as you were the golden child. And even when I speak to guys who have sparred with you, there's not one guy who says you aren't the most talented guy they've worked with.
Yeah, and it's funny too because, you know, obviously I'm not the #1 candidate to be the golden child. You know what I mean? I've earned everything I've had, you know, with experience. You know, there's been a lot of people that try to call me on my name saying I'm not the best. So what do? I go in there and I show them I'm the best. So it's just me just making a statement for myself and just being, like I said, I don't want anybody to give me anything. I want to go and take it. So that's how my career has been so far.
And pressure's been sky high for you.
Yeah.
How is that?
No, everything has been good, bro. Like I said, like I already knew when I was a little kid that I'd be able to not only to challenge but become a champion in this position. And like I said, I don't have no stress because since I've been a little kid, I knew this was a possibility. Now that I made it happen, now I know I could do it. So now we're just being the best that I could possibly be for myself.
You spoke about not being able.
And that's one thing I like about Benavidez. The more you listen to him talk, you hear the growth, and then when you you see the little clips and the work he put in the gym translate over into the ring. This dude always trying to get better, and he's hungry and he's mentally tough. You get what I'm saying? He mentally tough. He got the makeup of a fighter, of a real champion, a guy that can make a long championship run. He the kind of guy that even if he take a loss, he definitely would bounce back and keep going. You get what I'm saying? Gotta like fighters like this. It's easy. I said this before. It's very easy to support this dude. You get what I'm saying? And not everybody is like that. You get what I'm saying? He got it together, bro. And I appreciate it because he ain't the oldest guy, right? He ain't super young, but he's still a young man. Young in the game, right? But he's very smart and he got the right kind of head on his shoulders. He made some mistakes, obviously, because he's human, but he corrected that shit. Now he on it. You get what I'm saying? He on top of his game. And how could you not root for him as a fighter? It's nothing to complain about with Benavidez. He gonna go in there and fight hard as hell the entire way. As long as the fight go, he fight and hard. He gonna get in there. He gonna take the challenges. He with the smoke. He gonna give you your money's worth. You gotta like him, yo. And he's very consistent in these interviews with the way he conduct and carry himself and the way he answer questions is spot on.
Able to get the Canelo fight at 168. We had a soap opera type timeline with that. Supposed to fight Jake Paul, ends up going to Terrence Crawford. Your name doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Nowhere in those talks is David Benavidez mentioned What are your thoughts on that Crawford fight and the whole lead up to it?
So I feel like my name isn't mentioned because I'm the most dangerous fighter out there, but for the least amount of money. You know what I mean? Now all these fighters, I feel like they see everything as a business move, which it wasn't like that back then. But, I feel like just the dynamic of boxing is changing, But like I said, Canelo, in my opinion, the best fight that he could make would be with me.
Yeah.
Because it'd be the best fight in boxing. Would give the fans, a lot of fireworks with that fight. But Canelo, he wanted to go a different route. He wanted to fight somebody that's coming up from 147, and smaller guy. Not to say that it's going to be an easy fight for him, because Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. But I mean, I feel like it'd be better for the people if he fought somebody in his own weight class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, if anything, that doesn't derail me. If anything, it gives me more motivation, because now I know that, these people are ducking me for a reason. You know what I mean? Back then, I kind of already had the feeling that, these people weren't publicly ducking me. Now it really just shows you how good I am.
Well, your talent jumps out.
Yeah.
And he even when he speak about himself, like, he's very in tune with reality. Like, what he say is on par with what we seeing in the ring. Am I right? Like, he really one of them, and he tough to deal with, bro. And these dudes do avoid him for a reason. You get what I'm saying? He know he work hard, bro. He really understand himself as a fighter. He know what he could do in there. That dude, he gonna be tough to beat. Is all I'm saying. Ain't nobody unbeatable, but he gonna be tough to beat, bro. Cause he check all the boxes, bro. He check all the boxes, and he come in the ring with an extra lung. You get what I'm saying? Creole, what's good with him, my guy? I like him, man. Even when he talking about himself, bro.
To anyone that's been around boxing or in boxing, some pundits suggest that the Crawford fight super competitive, could go either way. Some people I talked to said I think the Jake Paul fight would have been more competitive than the Crawford fight because of the size difference.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that you have to see how you're gonna have to watch it to see how it plays out. There's so much things that I feel like could happen in that fight, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. It could be easy, it could be hard. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, how do you think a Jake Paul fight would go with a Canelo?
I think it would be a good fight too. I mean, obviously, I think Canelo would win. I'm not gonna lie. Jake Paul doesn't have that experience, but
could he do better than people think?
But Jake Paul, he has a good shot. He has a good right hand. He has good power. So I mean, I don't know. That's another fight we would have to watch and see how it plays out.
Yeah, he showed a lot of respect on your name in that interview. He said you're the one guy that he says absolutely no, that he's a monster. He can't fuck with you, but that he would like to fight an Anthony Joshua. So does that give you more confidence that you're being viewed as a guy you don't want to fuck with, but he'll go out there and fight a heavyweight Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. That's always how it's been. I know what I could do. I know how much power I have, and not only just the power, but the skill, the determination, the will I have. I feel like it's unmatched, and I'll beat all these guys.
You talked about how Canelo's going after
the determined fighter, bro.
Easiest fight for the most amount of money, and we're kind of in a space of boxing where these fights for influence are taking over. But you've been an early supporter, Jake. I remember you were in the locker room ahead of the Anderson fight when a lot of guys were saying that's nonsense, that's not good for the sport of boxing. You kind of embraced it, even while being a world champ and a top guy. Talk to me about these fights for influence and kind of their role on boxing and bringing young fans in.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, you just heard what he said. That's what they working on. That's what they negotiating and working towards, the Bivol fight. So I don't see why it can't come to fruition, right? I don't see no reason why Bivol should not want to accept the challenge. He's been accepting everything else. And like I said, Better Beef don't seem like he crying and complaining about a trilogy, right? So if he cool on the trilogy for right now, you want to spend time with the family, go ahead and let Bivol and Benavidez run it and get that fade. Shout out to my dog, Creole the Traveler. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel, all that good stuff. We gonna keep rolling.
I think the dynamic of boxing is changing. You know what I mean? It's nothing bad, because at the end of the day, I think what gets people upset is the amount of money Jake Paul or other influencers make. Because, I mean, you look at it like, well, we've been doing this our whole lives, and these guys just come in and they take the whole bag. But boxing is just one step of the whole show. These guys definitely know how to promote themselves. They know how to bring in their people. They know how to sell pay-per-views. So us boxers, instead of looking at this and hating on it, we can look at this and learn and ask questions. What are they doing? How do I bring more people in? So for me, in my own process, I've been taking notes. I've been looking at everything Jake Paul's doing, all the other influencers, and then obviously just working on my craft, what I'm working on. So, I feel like it's good for the sport, because also Jake Paul has fans that probably are not my fans of my own. You know what I mean? It's a different type of people. We both come from different backgrounds. You know, he comes from a different part of the world. I come from a different part of the world. So in these two different parts of the world, there's going to be different people that we get to influence. So
yeah, he is smart. He got a grip, yo. You get what I'm saying?
Boxing and try to box.
You know that saying, Auckland, when they be like, get a grip? Like, he got a grip, bro. Bro got a grip in reality. He's just an intelligent fighter, man. Smart guy, inside and outside the ring, constantly growing and just improving. Like I said, very easy to root for.
I feel like it's good for the sport at the end of the day.
Yeah, and especially his stuff with
made its
boxing,
mistakes.
They're gonna have that Netflix
in the public eye.
Yeah, and then shout out to Jake too. They made
and
one of the biggest women's fight in all of boxing history with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. So they're doing a lot of good things for the sport of boxing.
Yeah, and now we're getting that trilogy, and it seems like on the flip side of that, at the same time we're getting all these fights, we're also getting the best fight and the best again.
Yeah.
Which, if we get you versus Dmitry Bivol, depending on how this negotiations go, that's yet another one.
Yeah.
But the Usyk and Fury fight for undisputed status, I mean, talk to me about kind of how boxing has been shaping out, because to me, I feel like it's on an upward trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that as well. I feel like
he's very aware. He's very aware, bro. Very aware.
People, the boxers in the game, obviously everybody wants to get as much money as they could possibly get. And I feel like the boxers are finally waking up and knowing that we're not going to get to these heights that we want to get if we don't fight these guys. And at the end of the day, that's how you get the money.
Facts,
you fight
man.
the best in the world. You show that you're the best in the world, and the money.
Last hiccup was like when they interviewed him while he was drunk. I hated that. I hated the fact that they even did that. But since then, he said that. He's like, yeah, that ain't never happening again. And dude just been locked in, focused, improving, getting better, taking the right kind of fights, winning the fights. Just like he in position for an undisputed fight if they can negotiate and get a deal done with him and Bivol. Like, this man literally legit cooking. And I remember people calling this dude overrated, flat-footed this, he not that good this, he not that good that. Now look, you get what I'm saying? Like, people used to really go in on this dude. Now, if you go in on him, you just a hater. It's clear to this point. You have to respect this man hustle. Got to. Got to, man.
You know, that's I've
beat David Moran.
I've never chased the money.
You know what I'm saying? Chase Canelo Alvarez.
Chased the glory.
Beat Boo
the money came by itself. And then also with that, I get more respect.
Dude, really, it is legit.
I feel like now everybody is just kind of caught on to that, and everybody's just fighting the best. And you know, like I said, I feel like a lot of people in boxing have a lot of stuff to prove now. So, you know, thank God we're getting all the fights that we want to see.
Yeah, there was a deal between Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh. Handshakes, TKO Boxing, now official. They're going to be looking to do cards. How does that shake up the sport of boxing?
I mean, I feel like it kind of shakes. It doesn't really shake it up. It just adds to it. You know, I feel like PBC, DAZN, you know, they're always going to be here. You know what I mean? Boxing, it doesn't.
Yo, he really called him DAZN. It's crazy.
Like changed too much, so it likes to keep its people. So our promotion is going to be here for like the next 10 years. I don't know how the TKO and all that is going to intertwine into all this, but like I said, the more money there is to give boxers, I feel like it's better for the boxing community.
Yeah, more money in the pot.
Yeah.
So
and that's a great point he made, yo. And that's one point that I'll make real quick about that TKO shit. Yo, different strokes for different folks. That shit just might not work or be ideal for your more established fighter. But for those guys on less stable ground and that's trying to find a way and need an opportunity, that might be the route for them to go. The guys that's inactive and some of those dudes that have been fighting in the TCL and not been able to get opportunities, those guys, that shit might work for them. Those type of fighters, it might work for. You get what I'm saying? It's just different strokes for different folks. Everything ain't for everybody. Some people going to be good right where they at. Yeah, in the TKO league ain't gonna mean shit to them because they ain't a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Bivol does what he wants. Shout out to my dog Skills. What it do, bro? Yeah, you call it DAZN. Rick Thames, what it do, homie? How you feeling? I punched the like button. We gonna keep pushing for man.
So you see the 4-belt system staying, and everyone.
I see it. I definitely see it. I feel like for boxers, you know, that's the only thing we got to look up to. That's our only Super Bowl. That's only NBA Finals. You know what I mean? As for boxing. So it's for them to take out the WBC, WBA. It's going to be a little hard. But they're probably going to want to tag themselves along into that. They're probably like want to insert another belt or something like that.
Right.
So I don't know. I think right now the TKO is still as its infancy. So I don't know what their plans are, you know, but But we'll see. Like I said, the more people that get to be signed and get to be seen, and and get to their talents get to be brought to light, it's better for boxing in general.
Yeah.
You see what he's saying. Like, he ain't tripping about it. He just look at it as another avenue, another lane for people that might need that opportunity. If it's one thing I understand about boxing, at least in my honest, humble opinion, no 1-2 fighter situations are the same. No, you get what I'm saying? For no 1-2 fighters have the same exact identical situation, right? So there's always going to be somebody that's in need of an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Just different strokes for different folks, man. You get what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody, bro. That TKO league might serve some of these guys some good that ain't getting no fights at all. That's just on the sideline with all that talent just going by the wayside. Maybe that shit might help them. Some of the names that I'm hearing them mentioning and thinking about bringing on board fit the bill of the kind of fighter that I'm talking about. So I'm interested to see it get off the ground and what it's going to look like.
Seems like to me they want to just have one belt as opposed to the 4 belts. So you versus Bivol would just be for undisputed status, 1 belt. That's it. Similar to the UFC.
The only thing that is hard is that you have so much great boxers on every side. You got me on PBC. You got Canelo on TKO now. You got Bivol on Daz, and there's just so much good fighters. You know what I mean? So it's gonna take some time to see what happens. But like I said, the more money that gets put into boxing, the better it is.
Yeah, so like if you won the title and the next fight was Bill versus Benavidez, they wouldn't have a title on the line, right? You would be the sole champ.
I would fight for all belts, but I think I don't think the undisputed that they have would come with us. I think it's just, and at the end of the day, I don't care. I just want the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBA.
But as a young kid growing up, that's what you looked up to.
Yeah, so that's definitely, there's a lot of changes coming to boxing, but like I said, it's for the better, man.
Yeah. You're a big dude. You've definitely filled out at 175. Do you see yourself ultimately going up to cruiserweight and beyond?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, if I had the opportunity to go up to cruiserweight right now, I'd take it.
He definitely not.
We used to get a lot of great sparring sessions in, and I know with me and him,
last thing he think about is correct. Top tier. If he want to call it Disney, he cool with it. He gonna let it rock.
The fight that everybody would have to see.
That's excellent.
So I definitely, I feel good at 175 right now, but I feel like I can make the jump to 200 cruiserweight. So.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, so the cruiserweight is definitely in my cards.
Have you flirted with heavyweight at all?
I've sparred heavyweight. Heavyweight. The thing about heavyweight now is that they're different animals. Bro. Back then, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, he was a big heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he was only 6'1".
Yeah.
Now you got freaking Deontay Wilder, 6'7", Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, 6'9". Bro, these guys are close, a little bit over 280.
Yeah.
So right now, until my body can fill into it, I don't even think heavyweight is in my cards. I think honestly, I'm good at cruiserweight.
Yeah, because if you look at Rocky Marciano, he's like smaller than you.
Small, yeah. He's small, yeah.
Never
5'11".
Yeah, 5'11", right? I mean, all heart, determination, grit, but like, they don't make fighters like him anymore at all. Like at heavyweight now, he'd be a dwarf.
Yeah. So it's just different stuff. I mean, I feel like everybody is just evolving. You know what I mean? The fighters are getting bigger and bigger. I honestly think that they should add another weight class. Because 250, what these fighters do, so the weight limit is at 220. But none of these guys weigh 220.
I don't know about that. Add another weight class?
280, you know what I mean? So I feel like 250, they should cut it and make it super heavyweight. And it's also good for the boxers too, because now you have an opportunity to win heavyweight and super heavyweight. So the more belts you could win, the more you could add value to yourself.
Yeah, Usyk has kind of shocked the boxing world.
The more belts, though, the more
he took down the giant twice.
I think Usyk is one of my favorite boxers of all time because he's just a different. He's cut from a different cloth. That guy is. You see some guys that are just skill. You see some guys that are just power. But this guy's skill, will, determination, and heart. I've never seen nobody with such a heart like that just keeps him going through the whole fight. So I mean, the dude is honestly one of a kind. I don't think there'll ever be another person like Usyk.
So he's your favorite boxer's favorite boxer.
He's not my favorite boxer, but he's one of my favorite boxers. Yeah, he's a legend.
He's a guy that someone like you just has extra respect for.
Yeah. He's like
that freedom belt.
So my eyes,
it's just weird.
Usyk, I view him like as a
Doug put me on, and that freedom belt was around for a little while.
Great. He couldn't do nothing to stop him.
Very weird.
His legend will always live on. You know, it'd be that's going to be a person that's going to motivate millions and millions of people, just like Usyk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyone else that you're kind of flirting with aside from Bivol, or that's the only guy in your mind right now?
I mean, so right now, the way I think about these fights, I don't really just think of one particular fighter. You know, my job is to lock down the 175-pound weight class. It would either if it's Bivol, Bergerbeev, all those guys. You know, I really want to reign as a champion for a long time. So I'm just thinking about just being the best version of myself and beating all these guys.
I love that. You definitely have an old-fashioned mindset.
Yeah, and like I said, bro, like there's always going to be a young lion coming up, you know, that's probably going to call me out. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to face the best that's available.
I'm gonna try to get Benavidez on. That's my goal, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, there's always.
Would y'all like to see? Hey, man, would y'all like to see the monster come through the channel? I think I would like to talk to him. After watching this, I think I officially want to talk to
I'm just here to beat
Benavidez.
whoever the fans want to see.
I think I do.
Yeah. One last thing.
I definitely think I should shoot for it. Yeah, I think
legend,
I should reach out and try to get David
I haven't gotten to speak on
Benavidez,
it, but I wanted to say rest in peace to.
No, yeah, definitely rest in peace to George Foreman. He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
I got to try. I got to shoot for it. I like this dude, man. I rock with this dude.
One day I want to be a champion like George Foreman, you know what I mean, and just be as great as he could be.
R.I.P. George Foreman, big George Foreman, man.
Yeah, rest in peace. One of the hardest hitters ever, one of the best guys out of the ring. Lifted Joe Frazier off the ground.
Yeah.
So definitely.
And not only did he have a great career, but he made that George Foreman grill. You know, we grew up off the George Foreman grill, making the grilled chickens on there. So, yeah, man, it's a great legacy he left.
Yeah, beat you up and pray for you after. So.
Beat you up and pray for you afterwards.
Thank you for your time, champ. I appreciate it.
Shout out to David Benavidez, man. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna try to get in touch with Benavidez for sure. You know, I don't desire to talk to too many fighters, but that's one of them. I seen somebody ask about Brian Norman again too. You know, I just talked to Champ a couple months back. Had Brian Norman on before this win. Yeah, I actually spoke to him. We interviewed since he's been a champion. You know, but we're gonna keep building. So I'm working on a couple things. I'm trying to get the world champ Tiara Brown in the building. She already said she'd come up. We just gotta you know, connect the dots and situate that. So we're going to keep on building, man. We got some fighters to reach out to. And big shout out to my brother Skills, put some color in the chat. From a king to another. That's my guy, man. Much love for the 10-piece supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my dog Skills, man. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna reach out. I definitely am, yo. I'm gonna try for that one for sure. You know, all you can do is reach out, man. He's like, for instance, right? The platform that he just went on is smaller than mine. That platform that he was just on is smaller than mine, and I know it. I seen him on even smaller platforms. I don't think he's a numbers guy per se. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to talk to him. He a real one. He represents the sport the right way. That's definitely somebody that I want to talk to. I like him. It's nothing. You continue to like him more as you hear him talk and you see him fight, because you know he want to win. You know he want to be great. You know he doing it the right way. I just can't find too many things to complain about. And you know he human. He made his mistakes in real time and he got better since then. So I really like this dude, man. You heard what he said. The plan is for him to get in there with Bivol. Canelo is scary. He ain't trying to fight him. But I'm glad that he put that in the past and didn't let that dictate his career. And he says, you know what? That dude ain't going to give me the fight, but we're going to go up to 75. And guess what, child? I'm going to fight David Morrell. The guy y'all said I'm scared of, I'm going to fight him. You know what I mean? Second fight up there, bro. Shout out to David Morrell. The bro fought David Benavidez with what, 12, 13 fights? That's ridiculous. Whether he lost or not, that man fought David Benavidez with like 12 or 13 fights. It's crazy. Crazy. And he competed well. Damn well. But Benavidez is a hungry dog, bro. A hungry dog. This dedicated, man. He hungry. His drive, his will. You just can't measure that shit on paper. That's why he keep winning. That's why it's hard to bet against him. He want that shit so much, but it don't be to his own detriment. That's the reason why he be in the position. He want it more than you. You get what I'm saying? And that's how he fight. You can see it like, yo, David Benavidez want it, bro. He want to be great. You get me? Yeah, he want his money, but he want to be great. He want the right fights from the right people, bro. Shout out to Rude Exposure. What's good with it? Get Shakur back on. Yeah, we've been meeting. I had reached out to him too, and he said we could do it. We could do it as well. Rain in peace, Queen. How you feeling? So I do got to get him back on for a recap, man, because I ain't talked to him since the last fight. Talked to him. Yeah, I got definitely. Oh, y'all ready? All day boxing tomorrow. I love it. Yeah, he getting it out the mud for sure. Canelo side. Yeah, you know what? It's tough, Rick. It's just he put in so much work. It's just I wish he would give us a real reason as to why he not fighting him, Rick. If he can do that, I could respect it. You get what I'm saying? But saying he only bring an extra 25 pounds and he too disrespectful this or whatever the case, all that weird stuff. You're not trying to fight other Mexicans, then you go beat up Jaime McGee. Like if he just give us a real reason, like why he won't fight him, I could respect it. But the dancing around it is just weird. Like I don't get it. And trying to say like you proved enough and you shouldn't have to fight him because you already fought all these other guys. Like that's just not good enough for me. You get what I'm saying? What made you say yeah to Berlanga but no? You get what I'm saying? To David Benavidez. I just don't get it. And it's not like he won't have an opportunity to win the fight. It's not like it's an open and shut case that he lose, but I think the chances are relatively high. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like a bigger body, even bigger than Bivol, and I think that's the problem. I think the size is really the problem for Canelo. Like he might have try to downplay it and say he only bring an extra 25 pounds, but I think that same 25 pounds is the reason why you won't get in there. You get me? Like he's bigger than Bivol. So I don't see him doing that. Just throw more punches, probably stronger, probably hit harder, all that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't. Nah, that's just all wrong. Stylistically, it'll be all bad. He won't be able to keep up with the punch output, and he's a very big physical body. He'll have to rely on counter punching, and I just don't. I don't know, man. Upper body movement, like he'd be under a lot of duress in that fight, yo. I think Benavidez is stress him out. Game plan wise, like strategy, having to find a way to navigate through those rounds while you got to do that. Has a high punch output, and that's the thing about Benavidez that I love about him. Nobody has been able to really make him change what he's doing or stop him from doing what he's doing. Like you can't. He's very hard to neutralize, right? He's very hard to neutralize. He's gonna do what he do, even if it take him the second half of the fight. At some point, Benavidez is going to be Benavidez, and the question is, are you going to be able to deal with him once he really kick into overdrive and he start working? I'm telling you, that dude, he just so hungry, man. I love the energy, yo. I love the energy. And he a humble dude. Facts, opulent. I say it, man. I got a new saying. He come with an extra lung. He got an extra lung, bro. Benavidez got an extra pair of lungs somewhere, man. I'm telling you. Bro be bringing it. No, I won't fight. You get me, Shelton? That's where I'm at. But you know what? I'm speculating, right? Because it could be anything. But I just wish, for the sake of boxing, that he would just be real with us and say, yo, I don't know, like, but just keep it real. Why you won't fight him? You get what I'm saying? Just say why you won't fight him. Just say why you won't. But we got to speculate, and I think I'm in the right ballpark. I think he's a big physical specimen. He's young enough, but he's experienced well enough and skillful enough, right? And he actually wants to win. He don't just want to share the ring with Canelo. He want to beat him. You get me? Yeah, Berlanga respected him. He talked, but did you really believe it? Right? And I'm just talking to the people right now. When Berlanga talked that talk about what he was going to do to Canelo, who in here believed him? But when David Benavidez talked that talk, we believe him. And I think I can speak for people in here when I say we believe him. We believe Benavidez when he talked that shit. When he say, I'll go in there and hurt this dude, and I'm going to go in there and kick his ass. We believe that that's what, at least we know he's going to go out there and try to do that, right? We know, we believe him. But Berlanga sold us one and he didn't do. There's no way David Benavidez is going to get in a fight and stand right in front of that man like he's some type of fan and he's just happy to be there. just surviving won't be good for Benavidez. He got too much will, too much determination. Like, nah, he got too much drive to just want to sit in there and allow somebody to just have their way. That's why you gotta love him. He gonna be Benavidez at some point, and the question is gonna be, can you deal with it? You get me? Nah, man, that's what it is for me, y'all. That's a dude that really want to beat him, that knows he could beat him, and he gonna actually try. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a super fan of him. He respect him, but he ain't no super fan. And that, as a result, he gonna get in there and fight him like he don't care about him the way you supposed to. He's not gonna be in awe with him because it's Canelo. He gonna be in there trying to punch his head off. You get me? So I don't see him fighting him. I don't think Canelo is scared of him per se, but I think it's a pride thing too. I don't think he's willing to risk it against Benavidez. You get me? Not nobody that turned pro at 15 years old is scared of anybody. When he grew up fighting grown men, getting bullied and beating people up, knocking people out, like he ain't scared of nobody. But I think it's pride and ego. I don't think he's willing to lose to a young up-and-coming guy that they call, quote-unquote, the Mexican monster. You get what I'm saying? I think if it's anybody that could be a threat to what he has going on, it's Benavidez. I think Benavidez poses the biggest threat for what Canelo is building and has built thus far. You get me? Losing to him, it wouldn't be a knock, but I just don't think he's like. And again, he don't want to pass the torch, Canelo. He don't want to pass the torch. You get me? He don't want to pass the torch. He don't want to pass the torch. So with that being said, just certain fights that you're not going to see him in, and this is one in particular. You get what I'm saying? But I will give him the benefit of the doubt as a real fighter. I don't want to facts. I was just saying I don't want to pass the torch. You get what I'm saying? He ain't scared, but he don't want to. He don't want to essentially give him the opportunity that Mayweather gave him, and that's the part that I don't like as a fight fan. But that don't mean I gotta disrespect Canelo and say trash. Nah, but that poor explanation and the inconsistency within the explanations as to why he won't fight Benavidez is what I don't rock with. You know, like I just wish he'd be all honest, but I guess in this business you just can't come out and say, yo, you know what? I ain't willing to pass the torch to that kid. He actually probably could beat me. It's like it's a problem, like being real with yourself, right? And I guess it would be crazy for him to come out and say that, but I kind of think that that's what the point is. The reason is he really should say it. Yo, he got a chance at beating me, and I ain't willing to pass the torch just yet. Get what I'm saying? I want to keep winning. I want to keep taking these fights with these guys that I could beat. That's definitely the fact, man. Yup, he don't want to pass it. He'll snatch that shit. He won't be asking for it in there. You get what I'm saying, OP? He gonna go in there and take it. Or he going to attempt to, and I just don't know if that's something he wants to deal with at this stage in his career. I think he wants to be in fights that kind of push him, but mildly. Like I don't think he's not at the point in his career where he's looking for the toughest test. That's just not what he's doing. Right? I feel like for him, he started so early and he put in so much work that he like, now I should just be able to, you know, because every fight is dangerous to an extent. But again, if you just heavily favored all the time, then it's like, and you won't fight the most dangerous available opponent, people gonna always have something to say. So, you know, it is what it is, man. He's still a hell of a fighter, but Benavidez deserved a shot like yesteryear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gonna keep it in the hush, you know. I mean, you avoid legitimate smoke, use it, Doug. Yeah. I just hate it, you know what I'm saying, OP? Because Rick Timms, because the worst thing about it when you really sit down and think is that Jermell Charlo got an undisputed opportunity at 168 against Canelo before Benavidez did. Like, let that marinate, let that sink in. Not even to mention all the other guys that I think were lesser and got opportunities. Just think about that. Charlo from 54 got a chance to fight Canelo at 68 for undisputed before Benavidez. That's my biggest gripe with Canelo. Other than that, I'll shut right up. He can fight his ass off, you know, but it just is what it is, man. He's set in his ways, and I don't think he has no reason to change anything he's doing. I mean, he generates so much money. They kind of they cater to him. You know what I'm saying? They cater to him and let him have his way. So as long as that's the case, he's going to continue to move that way. There's no pressure on him, like for him to, you know, switch up, change up, give us something different. It's not going to happen. So shout out to Benavidez. Like I said, y'all, that's somebody I do feel like I want to reach out to and try to get on here. So I'm going to see how I could go about that, because I definitely got to, and I don't want to just send like a DM and, you know, nah, I want to go an effective way. It's different ways to get in touch with these dudes, man. And I definitely want to figure it out. I definitely like to get him up here for sure. That's why Bud gonna beat him, duck ass. And I hope Bud beat him, Rick. I swear I do. I ain't gonna lie, nothing against Canelo, but I'm rooting for Bud a million %, bro. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I'm rooting for Bud. I was trying to go by that Floyd Mayweather blueprint right, and he missing the mark because he ain't even doing it right, TD. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even doing it right. You know? He ain't even doing it right. He ain't even doing it right. That's the crazy part. Oh yeah, he tried the green. It's definitely the green print. He got that part right. He got the money, but the opponents ain't exactly the same, and the timing ain't the same. Like, I don't think Floyd had no guy that he was dancing around the way he dancing around fighting Benavidez. It's crazy. Now he missing the mark terribly. Well, let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling. I had made a short video on this earlier, y'all, right before we got up here. Cause Andy Cruz, man. Y'all see Andy Cruz, where is it at, man? Did I put it up here? Thought I had it in here. When Andy Cruz talking about you know, making a fight with Abdullah Mason, and saying, like, you know, sign the contract, or, you know, the fight has already been offered, and it was some speculation whether or not Andy Cruz was the real Andy Cruz. I think that ended up being the right guy, but whether it is or not, it's already out there, and it's already surfacing and swirling around a bit. Now, I seriously doubt the fight happens, but, you know, he mentioned Abdullah Mason on Twitter, whether that's the troll account or the real him. And it got back to Abdullah Mason and company, man. And they said they kind of exposed the fact that he just was talking, man. It wasn't no type of offer, contract sent, no, none of that. You know, Abdullah Mason responded. You know, he said he checked his socials, his DMs, you know, his emails, all types of stuff. He was like, man, he definitely ain't sent nothing. He ain't heard nothing about no contract to fight Andy Cruz. Now, I'll say this, man. I think Andy just throwing his name in the hat and just, you know, he talking like a lot of these fighters talk. But if you know how I know, these dudes don't send contracts. Andy Cruz ain't sending nobody no contract. That's just not how that's going to go. But I take it as he just saying he'll be willing to fight him. I know he understands he's dangerous, and people look at Abdullah Mason as one of the hottest, you know, that prospect / contender space, one of the hottest contenders you got in the game. He is fighting this weekend. He was supposed to be fighting Giovanni Cabrera, but Cabrera fell out with an injury. So now he's facing Mexican southpaw Carlos Chinito Ornelas, scheduled a 10-rounder. This is a 10-rounder, so Abdullah Mason will be in the ring tomorrow. You know what I mean? He got to fight. You get me? You dig? He got to fight, and he got an appetite for smoke. You know, he got an appetite for smoke, but the young doula was being, you know, his name was being linked with Andy Cruz because Andy Cruz is on Twitter, or the fake Andy Cruz, whoever. But whether fake or real, it got real attention, and it got back to the younger doula. So I like him and his pops, his team. They real calm on all this stuff. He got an appetite for smoke for real. The young kid really liked that. He really liked that, and he on it, bro. You get what I'm saying? He's one of the best young fighters that we got in boxing. I think it's a matter of time before he become world champion. But, y'all, I got one concern because he fight at 35, and this is my concern. Shout out to my guy, Dante's Boxing Talk. This is from earlier. This was the weigh-in, y'all.
Weight limit on this fight, 135 pounds. Abdullah Mason's first weigh-in tips the scale at 135.1 pounds. 135.1.
135.1. 135.1. So I think he reweighed and he made it the second time, y'all. He made it the second time, if I'm not mistaken. So I know it was like, that's just 0.1, but he's a grown boy. Like, if you seen him in person, he got a frame on him. Like, you can tell that it's just not going to be the easiest for him to maintain that 35. You can see it. He's stripped down like that all the time. Shout out to Ashley's Corner. Cuzzo, she been talking about it for the longest, for some fights now, about, stripping down at how long, he possibly got at 35. Who knows? But, that's the only concern I got for him, right? Just the slight missing of the weight, right? And I don't think it's a matter of like him doing anything wrong. I just think he's growing. Like, these dudes, it's hard to be running around grown man, 135 pounds. All right, it's probably easy as it is now because he's young. But with his frame, he looked like he easily could be a welterweight, end up being a welterweight with no problem, right? That seems the case. He looked like he could easily be at 140 with no problem. So I'm not rushing him up the division. I ain't rushing him nowhere. But I seen this like in the making a while ago, and he be looking healthy. He get in the ring. He fight. He rehydrate pretty good, and he go in there and perform. But he did get dropped a couple fights ago, a couple times, and it was shots he didn't see. Being a little anxious and eager to get his man, and he got clipped with some shots. But you never know. Sometimes when you have those bad weight cuts and you put the weight back on, you get what I'm saying? Draining the fluids from the brain, you end up getting dropped or knocked out. He's young enough, talented enough, and shape enough where he was able to eat those shots, get back up, and fight through it. But you want to be very careful with that moving forward, because it could hinder your career. It could damage you. All it takes is the one badass weight cut. Next thing you know, you're in the ring feeling like half of yourself. I done seen it happen before to some of the best of them. So I just, you every time you see Abdullah Mason, you just want to see the absolute best version of him, because this kid he checked every box. He checked every box. He showed you can get up from a shot. Shit, he showed you can knock him down again. He's going to get up and fight back. And he knocked this guy out early. So, he's impressive, bro. He fought the Manuel Jamie's guy in his last fight. The kid that fought Rolly Romero to a decision, had Rolly uncomfortable in that fight. So Abdullah Mason went out there and controlled it and stopped that guy very early as well. So he just the goods, man. He looked very dangerous, promising future. Sky's the limit. I think his mentality and his pops and his brothers like helping push, keeping him grounded. He gonna go far, man. It's like it's almost no way he don't go far. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's almost no way I don't see this dude succeeding. No way. But again, that's my only concern for him right there is the missing of the weight and having to weigh in more than once. And, I know it's just getting harder to make 35. I don't care what you say. You get what I'm saying? Gotta be. You constantly growing. You young as hell. You're only 20 years old. So you get what I'm saying? You're not going to be there for years. You don't have years to be at 35. You just don't, in my honest opinion. You got long arms too. You got the frame for another weight class easily for 140. So we'll see, man. We'll see where he end up at. But yeah, he did respond to Andy Cruz, man. He ain't get no contract. Like I said, go check out the short video. I did do that. I just wanted to touch on it because he fighting tomorrow, and then again the weigh-in. So that might be a slight concern, something to keep an eye on. I'll say that. But again, we got to fight. He'll be back in there tomorrow. I wish it was Giovanni Cabrera, because I think that was a really good test. That dude's very experienced. He's a boxer. He could move well. It would have been good to see how Abdullah Mason would have got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Or went about getting his work done. I mean, shout out to my guy Teach. What it do? Somebody else just asked that, man. Let me reach back. I'm gonna reach back out to Champ too. We gotta line it up and make sure I can get him back on here, because I reached back before and he said let's do it. So I gotta stop BSing, man, and organize the time. I think it'd be a good time for the interview, bro. Got hit clean, all balanced, but I agree, y'all. Got the good, stay at a healthy weight, y'all. Be smart, man. Just don't limit yourself. That's all. I just don't want to see him limited. So You know what I'm saying? Don't limit yourself and don't be stripping yourself down to your own detriment. That's all. But so far, so good. He getting there and he performing. I think he's gonna do the same thing tomorrow. Fighting a pretty experienced guy, but I just don't see these dudes being able to do nothing with him. So he's just he ahead of his time, I think, to a degree. I got you, Teach. It's a few things, man. Shakur, Tierra Brown, Shadeja, she the family, so she got an announcement coming up. She might want to come back up. Somebody asked about Brian Norman. We're gonna make these things happen, man. We're gonna make them happen one build at a time. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. I think it's time to get him back on here, though, because I wanted y'all to know real quick that first one was about giving him his just due. You know what I mean? Just highlighting him. I ain't really talk that one, but I think this second time around, we can get into a whole different line of questions, man, and have some fun with it. So I'm definitely going to try to make that happen too, Teach. I got y'all, man. We got to make it happen, man. Mason is minus 2,700 favorite. You know it. He about to come out here and kick all kinds of ass tomorrow. But they know what they got in that kid, man. The future is bright for him, and it's only getting better, man. He's very talented and disciplined. He locked in. And like I said, not even a knock, the only concern or something to keep an eye on is just the weight, right? How long will he continue to be able to make 135? And speaking of weight and 35 and making weight, shout out to Jaleel Hackett, who many thought he wasn't injured. It was a matter of not being able to make weight. I did hear that wasn't the case from the team. I believe that wasn't the case. Say he had like a free injury, rolled his ankle or something like that, coming up out of a sauna. Then some people got the questioning, why are you coming out of a sauna this close to the fight? All the conspiracies and different talking points. But if the team said that wasn't the case, cool. But again, when you move up, that kind of plays into what people was already thinking, right? That he was already big. And I don't know if y'all seen the post. Yeah, I said it's April 2nd. I'm going to 54. Good night. So I don't know if people had caught that. That's why I had to revisit it. And I seen this. He posted with, Charles Conwell posted this. So he's already in there prepping and getting his body right for that smoke at 54. And just like the true dog that he is, look who he go get the work in with, man. Bad news, Charles Conwell, man. A straight dog at 54. Straight dog. Conwell is a dog at 54, bro. And he going in there getting that world-class, top level work. That's what you need, man. So I'm happy for Jaleel. Whatever the issue was, hopefully, moving up fixes it. You know what I'm saying? You look a little chubby in the face right here in this picture. So cutting less weight, he'll feel better. But let's see how he perform. I didn't anticipate seeing him up here at this point, but some people said it was inevitable. You know what I'm saying? He is a big kid. I seen him in person. I met him, took a picture with him. He definitely got some height and size to him. He ain't no little ass boy for sure. So like most of these fighters, a lot of these fighters, TV might make them look big. If you see him in person, a lot of these dudes be short. Well under 6 feet, way under. This dude got height to him, height, length, and he ain't no small ass dude. So, I think he can do well at 54. But this is gonna get interesting, bro. This is gonna get really interesting, man. So, shout out to Jaleel Hackett, man. Big shout out to Jaleel. I'm still rocking with you. I know people ready to throw him away after the weight situation or the with the last fight not coming to fruition, but get that young man a chance to move up, move out the division, and let's see what he can do up at 54. But he already doing the right stuff, going out there getting smoked with some of the top guys are most respected guys in the division. Fake injury situation. Yeah, glad to see him move up. Yeah, he was smashing plays at the meet and greet. You get me? Big boy, man. Little big boy, man. That's a growing boy. You feel me? That's a growing boy right there. That's a growing boy. But I wish him the best, moving forward. And let's tune in tomorrow, man. We got some good fights. Good fights, good action, man. Good fights, good action, man. So let's tune in. Let's have some fun. Lastly, got One last thing for y'all before we go. Where is it? Where is it? All right. We got a Tim Bradley sighting with some haterism, y'all. Yeah, he showed the ankle. It wasn't fake. Yeah, his ankle was messed up. Definitely, for sure it was. I know it just seemed the timing of it, but I just think they would have killed themselves to make the weight, you know. But at the same token, it probably was something they was going to do after that fight was over anyway. I just think he was going back out there to get his get back. And in reality, he should have got a win over that guy, but it's crazy. And they say had a softball on it. Yeah, his joint was big. It was. It definitely was.
But I don't see it. I think Ryan. I think Ryan has changed definitely. I think his character has definitely changed. You know, with the way he's displaying it now, a lot more calmer, very respectful. You know, look like a real businessman now. You know, he's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of calmed it and tamed it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on the show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Oh, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
Yeah, anybody else? I don't think Ryan or Rolly go past 6.
What's up, fam?
What do you guys think?
Nah, there's too many hoes. Too many hoes in the game. Too many hoes. Too many hoes. Too many hoes. Too many hoes in this game.
Definitely sound like he's saying too many hoes. Too many holes in this game. Holes.
Nobody's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wonder, you can see that he got a lot of hoes in this game, man. You know, he's very unconventional, but you know, got some pop on his shots, but that's it. You know, I think Ryan's gonna catch with that left hook, and it's gonna be 9-9.
How shocking would it be if Rolly pulled the upset?
That'd be shocking as hell if Rolly pulled off the upset.
Yeah,
I think Rolly's damaged goods, man.
Left
I mean, if you look at his
hook-itis.
last couple of fights, bro, he hasn't been the same.
Will Devin have left hook-itis May 2nd?
Bro, he hasn't been the same. You know, sometimes
I like that one, Thomas left hook-itis.
Not the same. Not the same mentally. He's not the same physically, bro. And after he left his coach, you know, coach has been, you know, that was Coach Bullet starting out. Good Bullet. He looks a little different. No disrespect to anybody that's working with him now, but he just looks different, bro. He's not the same fighter.
What about Devin returning against Ramirez?
Good fight, but Devin should be able to outbox Ramirez. I love Ramirez to death. I love him to death, but he can be outboxed. You know, he comes forward. He has great left hook. We're going to see if Devin learned anything.
True
a little
indeed,
slower with the left hook, but Ramirez got pop. He got pop on that left hook, man. So it's a good test for Devin, you know, because you already know what's lined up. The Garcia fight is lined up. So, you know, what other than do it against a Mexican fighter that's aggressive, that's going to come forward and going to look to land that left hook.
And that's why you gotta respect. You gotta respect it. Devin is taking a challenge, man. He taking a test. Dangerous fight could be one. This fight with Ramirez is a bit of a trap fight, but I think he got it under control, man. I think him and Bill got this one.
What do you make of them already lining it up before these fights are done?
I don't make it of anything. I mean, they just got to go in there and do their job. That's it. I mean, look, sometimes parties can get ruined, bro. You know, you can have all the plans in the world, but you know, God got something different in store. So. You know, if these guys got to go in there, they got to take care of their business like everyone is expecting them to. You know, Haney included, got to take care of his business so the rematch can happen.
Do you, like, you've been a fighter and seeing that brutal fight that Devin went through, do you have lingering questions about him coming into that rematch or even with this Ramirez fight?
I don't have any lingering questions.
Right, TD.
I think he took the time off. And he took the time off, but he was working. So while everybody's talking, Devin was working. So I respect his dedication. I respect his hustle. You know, I think he's coming back at the right time. You know, he gave enough brain, enough time to rest, and he gave himself enough time to like rededicate himself to the sport, kind of figure out some things, change some things. So no, I think Dev is gonna be fine.
And I appreciate that take because it's much different than what most people been giving. They go on the damaged goods and. He mentally broken and he'll never be the same and all of that stuff, right? Tim Bradley ain't going that way. And you know he could. You know he got the haterism in him, right, as he call it. But I'm glad it was refreshing to hear him go a different way. Look, man, it was one fight, took some time off, getting yourself back. He been working. He taking a get back fight before you get back in there. So he giving himself an opportunity to see what he's going to look like. Took a decent amount of time off, the longest layoff of his career. And he'll be getting back in there to prove it again, once again. But same for Ramirez. He got to prove it too. So just think stylistically, Haney outboxes him, man. But it was refreshing to hear a tape where somebody that participated in the sport and they ain't sitting up talking about how dangerous he looked, or how broken he looked and how he ain't gonna be the same and he ain't gonna be able to recover. I kind of get tired of hearing that after a while. Without even seeing what he looked like. We at least gotta see him bounce back.
No, I mean, look, man. Look, at the end of the day, the narrative is the steroid allegations. You know, that's the narrative at the end of the day, right? So if Ryan goes in there and does the same thing, then was it the steroids? You know what I mean? Like, this fight is a must-win for Devin. Must win. Like, if Devin don't win this fight, right, and get along, Ryan doesn't test positive for any illegal substance, bro, and he wins this fight, or he does the same thing he did the first time around, then all the steroid allegation, all that shit is just go by the wayside. I mean, yeah, he was on PEDs.
I think so too, Rick.
He gonna be like, you still can't block the left hook, bro. You know what I'm saying? You still can't block this left hook. So it's a must win for Devin. It's a dangerous fight for him, bro. He gotta win. He has to win this rematch. Period. Yeah.
Or like career.
Yeah, but I tell you what, shit, Ramirez, in a sense, he gotta win this fight against Devin. Yeah, Devin gotta win too. I think it's must-win fights for both of them, which makes it intriguing. And then both of them moving up essentially at the same exact time. And there's an argument and a case on either side that both guys could feel or look or do a bit better at the heavier weight, being that they ain't got to cut as much. So we're gonna find out who going up is gonna benefit more, Devin or Ramirez. Yeah, must win for both, bro.
I don't think career's done. I don't think career's
put
done.
Ryan to sleep.
I mean, look, man, his reputation right now because of the whole allegations and suing and all that stuff, bro. Like, I was the first one to tell you that shit was soft as shit. I was just soft. You know what I mean? I was the first. Well, I probably was one of the first ones to say it. But it is what it is. Now he just got to go in there again, take care of business first. He got to be thinking about just Ramirez right now, and then go ahead and handle his business against Garcia. So, but yeah, I think he's gonna be all right. I think Devin gonna be all right, bro. He fought stupid the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
He won a lot of those rounds that he didn't get knocked down
About
in.
5 of them.
He has the boxing ability, and if he learns something, I'm sure he should be able to do a lot better this time around. But you got to understand that Ryan didn't train for that first fight either. Ryan gonna come in, he gonna be a little different too. He gonna train for your ass this time. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. So
we see the same when Gervonta rematches Lamont Roach.
Gervonta.
Could be, yeah, because the styles make fights, man. And obviously Lamont Roach, man. Look, anybody that can take a shot and that's tough, bro, and that can take it to Tank, they can beat him. All right, Roach, he mentally tough. Had his game plan, was able to execute, was able to march forward in spots. He was able to control a lot of the action, and he put the pressure in. He hits hard enough to get Tank respect. He landed on Tank. He didn't hurt Tank, and he was there. You know what I mean? He was there battling him mentally, talking shit to him and, going back and forth. Like, he handled his business. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. He did a great job. Him and his team had him ready. The second time around, I mean, look, Tank knows what he brings. Tank knows he's a tough opposition. Tank knows that his style is tough as well. I'm sure Tank's gonna go back to the drawing board and see where they can improve in or improve on, and they're gonna come back and he gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, the fact you got to draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you got to wait, and now you got to do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like, his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. And all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now, So, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around. Then all the shit that happened in the pad, swept under the rug, because that's just how, you know, the fans is and the sport is. You know, and then he moves on to bigger things. I guess Jake Paul's that guy.
We hope Shakur, but
of course. I mean, look, sports, we love sports, bro. We want to see him against Shakur. We want to see him against the best fighters out there, you know. But obviously, from what I see and the way he's moving, I don't think those fights are going to happen.
My last one for you, Tim. You know, you're a guy who's a straight shooter. So with Dana White and TKO coming.
Interesting. Say the way Tank moving, I don't feel like them fights going to happen. You just never know, man. I ain't got a crystal ball, man. I try to remain as optimistic as possible, but not foolish. But, you know, I feel like time is still on their side right now. I don't feel like they necessarily racing against the clock. I don't feel like nobody's old. Didn't nobody get beat. Didn't nothing drastic happen in either guy's career. I think the opportunity is still there for the taking when the time is right. I know we all feel like the time is now, but we all know the business don't move at the same speed that we do, right? So with that being said, they probably gonna milk it a bit more or drag it just a bit more, but hopefully, you know, they strike accordingly and they make it before, you know, sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? That's all I could say about that. You know, I can't blame everything on one fighter. Got to make sure that the other guys on the other side want to play ball as well. You know what I'm saying? It takes two. It always takes two. You get what I'm saying? It takes two to tango, man. Could be struggling at 40, 140, so 147. Yeah. Like Tiger, yeah, that's possible, TD. So it's possible for both guys, both Ramirez and Haney, to look better at the 47 weight limit. You know what I mean? At welterweight, being at welterweight. To see Tiger fight Hitchens. Me too. It's a great fight, too. Tiger looked good in his first fight at welterweight, though, man. I know he's going to be sharper the next time around. Said about Ryan's skills, but hella inconsistent. Yeah. So we'll see, man. Got some good boxing tomorrow, y'all. We got some good boxing tomorrow. Joey Spencer, Tim Tszyu. We got some shakeups, man. Tiger started at 147, went down, he back up. Yeah, his last fight was good, Teach. He looked good at the weight. He looked good. He fought Castaneda. The guy, Kendo Castaneda, pretty tough guy, but usually go to rounds, take you to rounds. But Tiger stopped him. The way he put his punches together was on point. Like, it was a sharp performance, smart, and just, you know, picked this man apart, broke him down, stopped him. It was impressive to me. I like the way he got his business done this past weekend. You know what I mean? That last fight was good from him. Almost had the chance to take Tank out. However, he didn't. Roach is fighting in survival mode. Yeah, he going to be back, Arena. He going to be back to fight, man. So we shall see, man. But shout out to the fan pulling up on this dope Friday to build on this boxing and give it its just due. And that's what we just did, how we always do, y'all. And we going to keep building boxing one break at a time, man. Let's keep having fun. Let's keep talking this talk and building this sport, man. But y'all all make sure y'all enjoy this Friday. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going to enjoy the fights. And we're going to build some more, y'all. And make sure, if you're in here, make sure your notifications are on. Make sure they on, because there's more content on the way. We grinding. We're going to just keep building, y'all. So shout out to everybody. Appreciate all the support. Y'all keep rocking with me, and I keep rocking with y'all. Y'all know how it go, man. So with that, shout out TD. Peace, Brody. My guy. All the kings, the queens of the chat. Much love to everybody, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the like live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.